Hi, Tapper. You was waiting. I need to see it. Oh, this tablet's dodgy. Can you hear me if I put these? If I put these in, I need to sit back a bit. I'm always like right up to the camera. Right. Can you hear me? I probably can't do it with this. No. Can you hear me? No, I can't sit like this. Can you? No, I can't even hear myself. Well, you can hear me. If I've got to sit back a bit, I'll put these on. Just nice to know that you can hear me. I'll just wait. I'll give it a few minutes, even though it says there's 9 in, but I shall wait a minute. Oh, it is 8 o'clock. I'll give it a few minutes. I've made a ring today. I've made some new earrings, these ones. Hi Effie, hi Critical Thinker, hi Carol. These ones, they've got one with a hand on, hi Cheryletti, one with a hand on you like Mama Stay. They've got glass butterflies, glass flowers. I think that's a gemstone. Hi Healing Mind Ramblings. Hi, how are you? And this one's got the same, but the one at the bottom has got a little elephant on it. See? So they're the same but slightly different. Hi John Binney. Love, love, love to everyone. Yeah. So hang on a minute. I don't ever switch me thing on. So, oh, got your ring stuck in my dreads. You know, I'm going to have to do a thing where I said I'd do it, but I haven't. How many dreads has Dolly got? Guess. Maybe you could win some of my jewellery or something. I might have to do a little competition of how many dreads do you think I've got in? Don't know how I do it, but you know, like when you guess how many sweets you've got in a jar. So, hi Mark, hi Reese, hi Sue, hi Violet, hi. Did I miss anybody? Anyone up there? Don't know. Hi Janitor Bob. Yeah. It's half up and half down today, so we could do that, couldn't we? How many dreads has Dolly got? I want to know today. I am going to explain this, like this picture that came in today of the Statue of Liberty, but the way I drew it and and what came into me was this. It's not finished yet. I've got to do all these. I don't know, plants, but why is it when I think I switch these off, I don't actually switch it off? Why is it on not on? Oh, it's not on thingy. I dread to think. What you dread to think how many I've got? Just let me switch me. I'll have messages going off. Hang on a minute. So, yeah. See if anyone else comes in. What am I doing now? So, hi, I'll just wait for a few more people to go. Oh God, what am I doing? Sorry, I'm just. Oh, my phone's messing about. My Sky's 5D. Hi Dolly, did you see that orb in my last video? No, but I will check. I've not been looking at much today. I've not been looking at much because that's another chat I want to have about looking at too much. 22. Oh, I've got 27 here. Hiya Mary. Don't think I've missed anyone from up above, have I? Up above? Have you had some new jewellery? I've made some new jewellery. Yeah, the only ones I've bought myself, for anybody new watching, is this one is second hand, but it is a gemstone. And that one I've had for a while. My earrings I was showing you, I've made. These I've made. And I've made today, before I get yakking about this that I drew today from my mind's eye. I have also made... We're not playing it yet, Tapper. Look at Tapper like that, 42 dreads. I'm not playing it yet. Teresa, hi Teresa, is this ring. I'll show you. I'll take this one off. I designed this one today. I thought it was very cute. It's a dangle ring. Don't know if you can see. It was not picking up on it. It's got an elephant on the hand. This is a crystal gemstone. This is a moonstone. So it has got a moonstone on it. It's got little glass beads, and yeah, it's very cute. Don't know if you can see it properly, but when you wear it, it jangles like this. See? I might actually leave it on, actually. I'll put that one on that finger and that one on that one. So it's a jingle jangle one. I'm going to be making some of these up. Just popped in today. Earrings look lovely. Thank you. Yeah, like I said, there's no plastic on them. They're all glass, or they always have gemstones on. So one's got an elephant on, and one's got a... I can't remember what you call that hand in Hindu or Indian or something. But yeah, so I've got that. Hi, D'Angelo. Hi, Miss Independent. I can't say independent. I can't even say it. Independiva. So yeah. Ooh, pretty. Yeah, so I was in the garden this morning. Having Dolly, it's 3 PM my time. I thought I need to see if Dolly is on your live. See, it was that telepathy thing going on. So, hang on. So, I was in the garden, and it was a bit windy. Just finished watching part 4 of Fall Cabal. Oh, good. I'm going to be talking about what you're watching at the minute, because I'm seeing a lot of people freaking out. But I'm just going to go through how I normally go through it, and I'll just go in the flow. But before I start, how are you all, and what are you all doing with your so-called lockdown time? Are you researching? Are you chilling out? What are you all doing? That's what I want to know. What are you all doing? Rainbows. What you all doing? Researching and feeding the chickens. Oh, that's good. Nothing much. That's good as well. Or should I say, how's your energy? Organising the house, yard work. Reading and painting. Are you American? Yard work. You're doing nothing but having a smoke and chilling by the pool. Oh. Healing mind ramblings there on the channel. Blah, blah, blah. The 5-year-old great nephew is here for a week. Oh yeah, you'll be busy then. Yeah, well, energy is up and down. Mine went a bit neutral today. Opening the mind and watching the kid run right out the back. Painting and tidying. Yeah, a lot of people are tidying, aren't they? Avoiding chaos. Yes, that's what I'm trying to do. I'll talk about that in a bit when I get in the flow of my chat, because I don't know where this is going to go. Researching going out when the sun is out. Yeah, definitely. However, it's a bit windy today. Pushing snow and research. Snow? Where are you from? Where's it snowing? Are you in Canada or somewhere, or... Pushing snow. My energy is leveled, feeling... Yeah, I felt a bit like that today. I'm in South Florida, so I'm not dealing with people until the pandemic. Yeah, I'd call that the Dems in panic, I would say. Northern Alberta. Where's that then? I don't know where that is. I don't know where that is. I agree. Keeping myself lighthearted, the info out right now is heavy. Yeah, I'm going to go into that because at some point in this chat of you've really got to lighten up on the amount you're watching at the minute. I know a lot of people are researching stuff, but like I keep saying, there is another thing behind it all, and the main thing is just being aware. In Surrey, working at Morrison's. I like Morrison's. Giving free food to local food banks and charities, very rewarding. Oh, that's lovely, Mary. I always have to say your name like you're getting married, Mary. It's been windy here. Yeah, it's not been mega windy to West Canada. Ah, yeah, I thought it was Canada. Okay, West Canada. Yeah, so I went in the garden this morning to have a brew, a cup of tea, but it was a little bit windy. While I was in the garden, I was just sort of being, and I closed my eyes and I got a picture of, like, in my mind's eye, it was like, oh, what's that shape? It looks like the Statue of Liberty. So I'm like, okay, Statue of Liberty. Hey, Sharon. So I was guided to research last two was, but now I've pulled back quite a lot. So I got this. And I haven't finished it off, but some people say, I think I was saying before something about Lucifer, and some people who are in the Bible might go, oh my God, and I sort of see that as like, a lot of people, there's a lot of people hidden and twisted, but Lucifer does sound like Sophia, and I think of a feminine energy, and you could say, oh yeah, she's got the seven spikes on her head. I don't know if it's seven anyway, but I was thinking, well, do you know what? Seven heaven, do they have to suppress the feminine anyway? So the feminine could rise because she's been suppressed. The star that she stands on, which they say is Isis, I just think divine feminine energy again. I'm sure I counted the points of that star and it's 11. So if it's 11, that to me is, I wrote it in my book. Where's my book? That is 11. That's an awakening number. But 11, 1 and 1 is 2. 11, 11, 2, 2. You don't count the noughts anyway. We're in 2020. So that's all I was saying. But if she is freed, we are going about feminine energy at the minute, not to be rising above the masculine energy. It's all about being in balance with the masculine energy, as I keep saying, as a lot of us been saying for ages, merging in oneness, because I would have a masculine energy as well as my feminine, and men have a feminine energy in them as well, whether they like it or not, they have, and that's to merge as well. I need to find my book because oh, it's in front of me. No, it's not. Right, I need to find the book where I wrote my notes out, and then I can read out what was in my mind at the time, in my mind's eye. I'm just trying to think where I put it. Where did I put it? I think it's in the conservatoire, so I'll go and have a look. So, let me have a look. I'm going to read it out. I'll read out what I got with my picture. So I got, if I can read it, I got. Hi, Miss Ledger. Hi, Dolly and friends. Can't stay, but wanted to say hi. Ask if you can all pray for my dad. Just found out he has cancer. Oh no, and surviving cancer. Yeah. Can we all pray for Miss Ledger? Is it Liga? I always say it wrong. Dad, please. Send some energy to her dad. Oh, bless. I will. I will after. I'll do it. I'll do a prayer after. Sorry about that. I'll see you in when you're in again. Oh. But I got in the Statue of Liberty, and there's like, from the top view, if you get an angle from the top view, it's got a star around it. You can go and research that. But I got Lucifer, Sophia, Morning Star. That's what I said this morning. That might trigger some people, but it's like, the light. They do always twist things around, but why wouldn't the light be the truth? And the truth sometimes hard to swallow. So, you know, send lots of hearts to Missy there in chat, because I'm in the flow at the minute, so I might miss conversation. The truth is hard sometimes, and that's why there's a lot of things going on in the 3Ds. I like to call it that is hard. So, you know, just saying. And then I got, the 11 points. I'm sure there's 11 points on that star. So 11 is 2, 2, because 1 and 1 is 2. 2020. I got the feminine energy rising, divine energy, merging with the masculine and a divine energy. That's to do with the spirit realm and the physic realm, the yin and the yang, the left and the right brain, the blue and the red, the merging of, well, like I just said before, body with soul, men and women, all the same energy. It's the opposites are merging together. It's the opposites. There we go with the dark crystal again. It's the opposites. I just wrote here, I don't even know what I've wrote now. As if Lucifer, the light, then they are the dark aspect. Oh yeah, because some people say like Luciferianism, and someone said that's because they've twisted the word. If they're Satanists and they're Luciferians, that's what people say about Luciferians. It's not the same as Lucifer. It's got an ism on the end of it, which if they do worship that sort of, do believe in that, then that's come away from the light, that's gone in the dark, because they do always twist and revert things. So it makes sense to me. Anyway, that's all I'm saying. Opposite of the light is the dark, sort of thing. But I don't know, that's just what came in. And that whole where is it, that whole picture I did in, you know, because funnily enough, the statue's like a greeny blue colour, a bit like Tiffany blue. Just saying. Just saying. And I go on about the mind's eye colour. I always see like a Tiffany blue colour, like an electrical blue. So, is she, the feminine's being freed. And that's not people saying, oh, feminines, I call them feminazis, because there's false feminine energy out there that's trying to be over men. You know, all them ones that were going around doing the pussy brigade and the all that sort of stuff, thought they were doing for the right, but they weren't. They were going against men. They were going against men. And then you've got the men doing the whole going against women in them movements, them activism things that are out there. I don't even know what the group's called, but we've seen it. I've observed it. I mean, how can you go against men and women? You're just not, it's not going to work, is it? We're not going to be reproducing or nothing. So that's just silly, but that's because people are getting too caught up in certain things they're watching on the mainstream and thinking things are happening and things are getting put out there. So men are hating women and women hating men, because that is the way some of it's gone. But it is both energies. I see it as it's been a very man-made world, and we all know that warring. Women aren't about warring. Very ego, very warring, man-made wars. That's breaking down now, falling down. Those towers are falling down because of feminine divine's coming in. But like I said, it's not to be above masculine. They're just rising together, emerging at the same time. That means we merge with everything. We're merging with the opposite sides of ourself. We all have a shadow self. We all have a shadow self, and that's why we're all working towards the light, source, God, whatever you want to call it, love. And we're all working towards that. We're all working to be better human beings. And you're going to find it hard if you're in too much of the physical, as in the agendas of the mainstream media. I read today Jesus and Lucifer add up to the same number in gematria. That's what I mean, Jesus and Lucifer. But then when people go, oh my God, that's Satan. And I'm like, I don't think that. I think they just say that because they try to twist everything. If Lucifer's the morning star, I mean, that makes sense to me. If it's light, how can it be dark? If it's the morning star. Just saying, no one has to agree, but that's what popped in my head. And I thought, yeah, well, everything's twisted anyway. The topsy-turvy world. But they hide things in plain sight. So the plain sight would be, there's a feminine divine that was suppressed, that is coming back. If anyone gets what I'm saying. But that's what came in this morning. And that's why I changed the, I don't know, what does she have in her hand, like a, whatever it is, to a heart and to love. I changed it to love. And then I said Liberation Earth, Liberation Stargate portal, maybe, because you are your own Stargate. And when you emanate your light out of you, it rubs off on other people. And to me, what's going on now is Liberation Earth, even though it doesn't feel like it, because some people are looking through a totally different lens. And it's liberation energy, which we are, because everything is energy, free energy. Liberation, soul creation. I don't know why that's just come in, but that's how I see it. Yeah, I did make it, Sue. Yeah, I did make it. I'll be making some when I get some stuff together. Going to run some errands. See you later, Critical Thinker. So, yeah, I've just, and there's still a lot of people thinking out there that the military are about, and in America they've got the tanks out. Well, we all know, I believe I know why the tanks and things are there. Stop people rioting for the stuff that's coming. If you're watching SGT Report, anybody, they've gone a bit fear-mongering. That's why I've cut down what I watch. I'm trying to go with what I feel within it. That's why I haven't been watching a lot. I'm just trusting the plan. I also think it's a divine plan, though it doesn't seem like it. But manifestations don't come in as you think they would. Also, I heard the lovely Sarah Adams talking, not today, an old video, and if you know about Max Spy's Super Soldier, it was just one that come up, but funny enough, I did ask to see something today and it come up, and I just wrote a few things down that she said that make total sense to me of how I'm feeling, and I've always said it's a feeling. Your intuition and your resonance is a feeling. That's why some people don't agree with everything I'm saying, but they have a resonance because it's the energy. And Prime Disclosure did mention there's Q, and we talk about Q as Quell, is a god energy. Like, I say source, but there's many religions that have this different names, but the same. It's just what you choose to call it. It doesn't matter. Quell was in the lost scriptures, apparently. Quell. And Q's called Q. Just like, yeah. Quantum, Quell. I'm just saying. Higher dress. So, in the Bible, Jesus was hung from a tree like Odin, or the tree of life. Oh, and then I'll tell you what I will read out, talking about Lucifer, just because I thought, let me just see if I can find it. So, did you see, I haven't seen anybody's latest videos really that much. I've been watching Soulology, but I've just been faffing about. Hi, system failure. Hi. Sorry, I'm looking for something, aren't I? What am I looking for? Oh yeah, there it is. So, hi Laurie, is it Laurie? I'm not saying this is right, I'm just saying it's out there. In modern translation from the original Hebrew, the passage in which the phrase Lucifer or morning star occurs begins with the statement of the day the Lord gives you relief. Just listen to this. Relief from your suffering and turmoil, and from the harsh labour forced on you. You will take up this taunt against the king of Babylon. Well, slap me down with a wet fish or whatever. I don't know what the right thing is, but did you hear that? Everyone's been suffering from turmoil and the harsh labour forced on us, because the harsh labour has been forced on us. We didn't come in here to live here, just like I said, to wake up, eat, sleep, go back to bed, work, 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 that song, work, work. We didn't to work, you know? Hi, Rory. Rory. Rory Lionheart. If anyone gets what I'm saying, so that makes more sense with what's going on now anyway, because the towers of Babylon are falling down. So, and I'm not religious, by the way, I'm just saying, translating. I'm like, So, don't know what everyone thinks about that, but I do know, and like I say, I just come on here to talk about my experiences. So, I was listening to the lovely Sarah Adams. If you don't know about Max Spy's Super Soldier, or whatever it is they used to say about him. But anyway, she was just saying something today and I thought, great, I come on this and she's talking about this and it makes more sense to me now, was the whole, we are the pilots of our own vessels, our own, ourselves. So to people, if you're watching too much news at the minute, I'd suggest you walk away. I'm always getting told to do it a little bit, but the only reason I do it when I'm looking at stuff is because I like to talk about on here to help the people that are too much into it to come back in themselves. I do get a bit giddy with it all, obviously, because I do believe there's much more behind the number 17 than people think there is, and I still think there's going to be a lot of things that because we don't know everything, but I just feel, and Sarah said on her channel as well, and I'm shouting this out all the time to those in the head, is, if you want to say source, it's a feeling. And she said it beautiful, and I've said this before, and I've told many people about when I get excited about little things. When a child smiles and you smile, that is source or God. Some people could say God. Energy. I'll just say God for now. God, right? When you can call it by many names, it doesn't care. Like, it loves everybody as well, so that energy. When you see, if I'm out walking and I see pretty flowers and I'm like, oh, that's source. You feel it. You can feel that joy. Anything like that. Anything like that, because source is omnipresence, which means it's all around you at all times, in everything and everyone, and it's everything. So when you're out in nature and you're loving it, or whatever you're doing and creating, that is source, God, speaking to you through the energy of that. I can't explain it. It's a feeling. It's a feeling. You can't really define source by a word. People do, but you can't. It's you just feel it, and it's a very loving feeling, because that's why you're going, oh, it's a very loving feeling. So, the world isn't watching America fall. At JP, America's not falling. I think you've been watching. If you've been watching SGT Report, I wouldn't even bother. He's gone right down the tracks. They're not falling. Army's out. The army's supposed to be out. There's a lot of people not trusting the plan. They're supposed to be out. We don't want riots. I just say we have to see the dark to see the light. And this is the thing with the opposite thing again. Brenda, hi Brenda. I just personally think there's a lot of people out there just fearing. And to me, it's like Sarah Adams said, it's the opposite. We're just seeing the opposites of the things we don't really want, but we have to see them because we have to bring them in, because it's about going in centre point. We have to see both of them and we have to bring them in. I've always said as well, and Sarah Adams said it as well, which was good, we didn't come here to flatline all through our life. If we flatlined all through our life, or knew what was going to happen and everything was going to be, we wouldn't, it'd be boring, wouldn't it? So you have to have a few ups and downs. JP, I don't need to wake up. I think that's quite rude of you to say that when you've been on here all this time. What you watching? There's a lot of other people in here from America. Yes, there's people out there doing stuff, like there's people out here doing stuff. They'd have certain parts of the army. It won't be the Marines or the police, because the police do as they're told, depending on which fraction they're from. And also, depending on mainstream media, They'll be putting stuff out there as well anyway. It's all to get people in fear, basically. The US is not falling. No, it's not. So, but there's too many people in fear. And like I said, if you're watching too much crap, it's going to make you feel like that anyway. Yeah, if it's the UN soldiers, and if they're UN soldiers, then we know what the UN soldiers are anyway. JP, do you want to just leave? Because I think you're being quite rude. And I'm not being funny, I'm just saying because you aren't normally like this. So you've watched something. You can always send me on Instagram what you've been watching. And I bet you any money it's mainstream or something else. Deary me. But that's your opinion. That's the opposite thing again, isn't it? This is what I'm talking about, opposites. I'm not, you know, if that's what you think, then that's what you think and that's fine. Yeah, someone else said that about banning of seeds, but I just think there's a lot of people with no, I'm not first munch. This is what I'm trying to explain on here about people in fear. Yeah, I know there's that going on. But what I'll ask you is, who are the videos? What are you watching? I want to know what you're watching, that's all. Is it the Marines? Because this isn't what I came on here to talk about, so I'm just getting distracted by people in chat shouting out about stuff when, you know. Exactly. And you've not had all your guns taken away. Right, well I'll make sure I check that channel out. I'll have a look right now actually. And who are they? Who's RFB? They didn't take your Second Amendment away. See, this is all I'm going to say. You can all think what you want because that's up to you. But at the end of the day, you have got to be careful who you're watching. You know, because there's a lot of things going on about there everywhere that they put out everywhere to get people in fear, basically. Richard from Boston. Oh, I don't watch him. I don't watch him. Probably why I don't watch him. I've heard loads of people say his name out. I don't know who he is. Well, I've heard of him, but I don't watch him. I'll check him out. I'll check him out another time, but I don't watch him. I've already got that vibe about it now. I don't want, yeah, he's always saying things. If it's anyone putting out about FEMA camps and all that crap from the New World Order, you're watching the wrong stuff. We've been in the New World Order. And that's what they wanted to bring in anyway. So, sorry, I'm not into all that. And I'm coming off this chat now because that isn't what I came to talk about. So, you can talk among yourselves in chat right now. You do have a country, but, you know, oh well. But I just appreciate it, JP, if you stop shouting out at the minute, because that's not what I came on to talk about. Just getting distracted by people, you know. This is what I was just saying about Sarah Adams saying about being the pilot of your own self, because no matter what's going on at the end of the day, you've got to be a sovereign being. You've got to be a sovereign being. It's all about taking your power back. Everything's about taking your power back. Thank you, verse writer. RFB is a fear-mongering, stay away. I've told you to be careful about who you're watching. Who you're watching. So let me go over to his channel. You have got to take your power back. We, humans, are very, very powerful. I've always heard his name, never bothered to watch because I probably don't resonate with him. I'm just going to check now. Let me see. What's he called? What's he called? Richie from Boston. I stick to a few channels and that's it. And I'm not even really watching them anymore. Right, let me see. Right, so the military's coming in and... Right, just let me see this a minute. Right, so basically he's got papers of the Hill and all that sort of stuff. That's mainstream, so no, not interested. But there you go. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, Bad Fish Bear. Don't jump on the fear mongering first. Wait and see. Because he's just brought up a load of newspapers. Newspapers are MSM. Of course, there's military rolling in. The military have to roll in because when the news drops or the sealed indictments, you're going to need military about because you don't want people rioting at the end of the day. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying don't get... What I'm saying is, whether it's true or not, just don't get riled up at the minute because we don't know. But to just be coming in screaming about it, it's just like, okay. Yeah, I have heard of his channel, but that sort of channel does not interest me at all. So anyway, wiping the slate clean. Maybe we'll have a chat about this. What day are we on? Near the end of the week and see what's going on then, if that's all right. Yeah? I think everyone just needs to calm down. Everyone's getting wound up, you know? And that's fine. But what I'm saying is you need to keep your cool. Don't jump on the bandwagon first, especially people like SGT reports banging a load of stuff out now, fear-mongering, going on about FEMA camps. Well, we knew about FEMA camps, but that was part of the New World Order. I think it's either people getting confused or there's a lot of people that maybe were working for that side in the first place. So, yeah. Yeah, thank you, D'Angelo. Exactly. And if anyone's talking about that, I'm not into it. Mad, I watched RFB for the first time in 3 years yesterday, and it's the same. It's always about to end things as it was back then. I saw yeah, that's what I mean. I saw Out of the Shadows last night though. That was epic. That's what everyone's watching, and I'm going to play something in a minute as well. That if they're talking about the end of times that they've been talking about ages ago with the New World Order, hi Scott. I don't listen to that crap. That's pure fear-mongering. Pure fear-mongering. Whether they know it or not, it's pure fear-mongering. So like I said, wipe the slate clean. I'm not talking about it now. You can go and discern yourself. That's up to you because this is about being sovereign. Yeah, let's keep the vibration high. Yeah, thank you for saying it, but I don't look at all that because I'm not interested because it'll bring your vibration down. So Sarah Adams was saying, what was she saying? Yeah, so being the co-pilot of your own ship, your own vessel, ourselves going to sovereign. Yeah, that it's had millions and millions of hits. If people don't know how the mainstream media work, which is what I've been banging on about for ages, and Richie from Boston's putting out mainstream media stuff because he's reading out the papers. Hello, mainstream media means all films, Netflix, everything. If you haven't seen Out of the Shadows, you need to really go and watch it. You really need to go and watch it. Millions have seen it. It only went out a couple of days ago. That's all I'm saying. So you've got to discern. You haven't got to jump on everything. I'm not saying stuff isn't true. I'm just saying don't jump on everything. What else did she say? Can't remember now. So distracted. And they want you so distracted from source as well because, we're forgetting our soul source. Our soul source. Yeah, I'm excited for change. I'm on the positive thing. It's coming whether you like it or not. Things are going to look like something that they're not. They're going to look scary because change is coming. So things are going to look scary out there because changes are coming. We asked for change. People have prayed for change. People have stuck intentions out for years and years and prayed for change, meditated on change. So when change comes in, I've said this before, it can look pretty scary. Well, it might be worrying times for you, Bob Frank, if that's you who keeps coming in saying things that on my channel that I've noticed. If you think it's worrying times, yes, it is for some. It's not for me because I'm trying to see the bigger picture behind it all. That's where you need to rise to, is a bigger picture of what's actually going on. They don't put stuff out there. If stuff's happening, the mainstream media are going to say something else happening. If the military's moving in, they're going to say it's something else, because that's the way they work. Just saying. Think all the big storms that came through mid-Dakota yesterday and today dragged everyone. Sun is out now. Yeah. Well, I knew something was stirring in the air because I said this morning, feels it's a bit windy, something's stirring. It's going to stir a lot of people. Yeah, trying to be positive. The best way you can stay positive in these times is stop watching the news so much. It's all about being aware. That's all it's about, being aware. But they're never going to take our sovereignty away no matter what they do. No matter what they do. On lockdown, they're not taking my sovereignty away. I'm still doing things in my house. I'll still believe the way I want to believe. I'll still pump out positivity. They can't stop that. But like I'm saying, if you're too much in, yeah, ride it out. Exactly. If you're too much in the information wars, because it's a war on your mind at the minute, and constantly going in and not know, like, I've stopped watching a lot of stuff now because it's like, I can see what's going on, and the biggest thing behind it is your mindset, a war on your mindset. So I've had to just not look at a lot of stuff, even the Q stuff, because you're just going to keep, I sort of know what I believe in myself now, so I can't really do that much research, and I'm like, well, it's all there. Yeah, what more can I do? I don't want to keep filling myself up with other people's stuff, especially the ones that have gone into fear mode, because some of them were good channels of fear mode. Anyone who's pumping out fear constantly and is not coming from a place of love and positivity, I'm not going to go and watch crap like that. No way. Because even if it was that side, I'd rather go down smiling than the miserable. Yeah, I think that as well, miss. When you are already awake, you might as well take this time to conserve and build your energy. That's what I'm doing. I'm not saying I'm perfect. Nobody is. It's merging into one of being better beings, people. Yeah, I haven't even switched TV on. I mean, people who are going, like, looking through the internet as well, which I do look for different things. And I'm going to play something in a minute, because even the people that I watch that are in the spiritual realms know about certain stuff. But we know it's all about going back to heart. And I only get triggered sometimes because I'm trying to help people, and I don't want you to be all like fearing and fearing. I'd say let it lie for a week first and see what happens. Because personally, what I'm watching, I don't see all that stuff. You can trust what you're seeing with your own eyes, but you can't trust what you're seeing with your own eyes when it's mainstream media, because they put words behind it. But like I said, SGT reports changed the tune all of a sudden. Good day, Zal. Yeah. And because everyone's so confused at the minute anyway, because it's a confusing time, as above, so below, as within, so without, people are getting confused. But what I would advise you to do is stop watching so much of it. I pick a few good channels now, and that's it. I don't tune into nothing else. Talking about that, I'm going to play you Mark Bijinski. This is why I came on, to try and calm people down, you know. And I'll have to transmute that energy now. So let's go and listen to what he says. Remember, it's not always with the words someone said, it's a resonance of a feeling. If you truly believe and feel that it's a bad thing, then I personally don't have that feeling at all. I think it's very exciting times that we live in. Yes, we are going to see some bad stuff. I can always talk to you sometime, JP, on Skype if you want, at some point this week, if you're feeling a bit. It's all a form of control. But this is what I mean. So does everyone believe everybody's bad then? That there's no alliance, that there's no people that help him? So we're all just stuck in a control. We're not going to a control system. We've been in the control system. Because if you don't believe in that, you don't believe in source, you don't believe in love, we can never get ourselves out of this. You choose, it's your choice to free yourself and stop looking at all that. Maybe this will calm you down a bit. I'm just saying. Yeah, televising visions. But you see, of what I can see from Richie from Boston, he's reporting on things that the news are reporting. And you've got to remember some of the stuff that they put on there, especially when Trump puts something up, it's twisted anyway, so they're kept on the toes. But if it's anything saying from the Hill Times or anything like that, that's mainstream media. So if you haven't watched Out the Shadows, you need to go and watch it. So let's listen to why I just transmute that energy. Mark Baginski, a few thoughts on what's really, let me see what he says. A few thoughts about what's really going on right now in 2020. So, the lovely Mark.
Only get one egg.
You can have one of the other little ones. You're not having any more because of fins.
Which one?
The second one in. We need change. But when change comes, people freak out and think it's, oh, they're only just saying that. It's a new world order, pretending that they're good. But it's not. It's really them trying to confuse you again. I don't believe in that. Totally have not got no ounce of that feeling in my heart that that's what it is at all. So let's just listen to Mark Baginski. This is Mark Baginski.
You guys are telling me that you're able to still run your businesses too. So we're thankful for that. So it means that...
This will probably trigger some people. I'm not saying this is what it is. I'm just saying there's parts of it that I resonate with. He does talk about the virus and this, that and the other, and people might not like it. But I'm just saying parts of it make sense to me. And I'm only sharing, you know, certain stuff that I listen to and this, that and the other. So, yeah.
Most of you guys will receive Matt Bayeski, shamanic tools and crystals very shortly. Good stuff. I'm really happy about that. How are you all doing today? Is that a stupid question? What do you think? Yeah. The increase of domestic abuse has risen. Suicide, people taking their lives has risen. It's to be expected.
Maybe I should take time out where everyone's, you know, chilling out.
And it's heartbreaking, it truly is. I mean, people die every day, people take their lives every day, we know that. But if you want to increase those things, you can certainly see them right now, eh? And I think the long-term...
Yeah, I heard you say that, Bob. I heard you say that before, Bob, but I'm not in fear at the end of the day, and it's a frequency thing, and personally, that's what I believe in. Anything you believe in is going to happen. If you believe you're going to get ill, you probably will do, because it draws that energy, and it's really hard to speak to people about energy, but, you know, if that's what you think, that's what you think. My son's already been ill. He had a high temperature weeks ago, got past it because it was that normal thing of a thing that he gets twice a year. I'm not in fear of that because I'm not on that. You know what I mean? I know what you're saying, but it's not me.
Of this, if I'm not talking about you because you've been doing the work for months and months. You've been watching my videos for months, and you've been learning from other people. Just give me a second.
I mean, it's a bit like Mel Gibson in the film Braveheart, right? Whatever. They won't take away my freedom within, no matter what they do. I know about all this stuff, but I'm still happy. I'm still smiling because I choose to be the way I choose to be, which is happy and which is love and which is trying to stand up and speak about stuff just the way I do, just being me. I'm trying to bring a resonance to people, but I'm either way, I've said before, I don't believe this is the end. And even if it was, which I don't believe, I ain't going down crying. I'm not. I'm going down my way. But like I said, I'm on a different train track, just not on that one.
Okay, I have just got the phone on So
And remember, texts come across so different when I'm trying to read them if I get triggered. Triggered is what I'm trying to move away from, but we do. It's very hard when you're watching a
yeah,
live chat.
for you
Oh,
that
hang on.
have been watching these videos and learning and growing, you're probably doing pretty well. But yeah, you'll
I just don't want you to go in
like we
fear
all do.
mode. Not yet. You don't know. We don't know.
The
It's
difference is you get
we've
back
got
up
to
quicker.
keep
That's the difference. That's what I've
watching.
always shared with you. There you know the measuring stick to your spiritual growth, your awakening. And yeah, the awakening is what it is now.
Yes, Magma.
2020 vision.
You're very right. The mind is very powerful. You make yourself sick when worried. No good doing that. No, it is. Even Sarah Adams was saying, we all know that it's a war on consciousness. This is a war on consciousness. This is a war on your mind. That's why it's a silent war. It's a war on your mind. People can laugh. People can think, you what? It's a war on consciousness. Basically.
The awakening. We're awakening to so many things, so many things. I did a live this morning, which has got quite a lot of likes. I think people are really enjoying the lives in the morning that I do on Facebook. And the reason why is because I want to introduce.
And I truly don't mean to come over abrupt to people. Even my moderators, I just want you to just calm. Just, like I said, meditation is very good. Just to breathe in your own space at the minute. You're not, yeah, but JP, you've not lost your rights at the minute. This is what I'm saying. At the minute, at this minute right now, have you lost your rights? Are you okay right now? It's about the now. This is what I'm trying to say. So just don't fret too much right now. That's what I'm trying to say to JP. I'm not trying to be funny with you. I'm just trying to say, I know a lot of people are feeling like this. I know this, but you've still got your guns and stuff. I'm just saying, right now in this moment, have you had anything taken away from you? We're all in this together worldwide. Yes, we're all in quarantine or whatever, but everybody's in it. Though there's loads of people been going out to the beach and stuff. I'm just saying, we're all in this together. Remember, where we go, when we go up, we're all in this together. I know there's certain things going on in certain parts of the country, and it's not just America, it's worldwide. But I'm just saying, at the minute, if you breathe deeply and you weren't watching anything, at this minute right now, as where you're, I don't know, sat watching me, are you okay? Tuning into a lot of stuff out there will mess with your vibrations. I'm just asking you, JP, at the minute, are you okay? Without thinking about what you've seen or just heard. That's all I'm saying at the minute. Yeah, we're in a bit of slowdown. Many had their expectations. Yeah. Who said you've lost your constitutional rights? Who said that? Who said you've lost them? Because as far as I've seen people saying you haven't lost your constitutional rights, if mainstream media is saying you have, I wouldn't be listening to them at all. Because as far as I know, you've still all got your guns. We haven't over here because it was done Blaine over here. But anyway, let's listen to Mark. That is not what I've just asked you though. I've just asked you how are you right now in this moment? We're not going to be locked up forever anyway. We're not going to be locked up. People are starting to, things are starting to go down a bit and this, that and the other. Anyway, as I said.
My friends, to the world that we live in.
Exactly, Magma. Patriots are in control. It might not look like that, but I keep saying, what are you watching?
It's not the illusion that is created by mainstream media and all the Hollywood.
The illusion made by mainstream media. Please go and watch out the shadows.
And the radio. That's an illusion. It's all an illusion. And
it's all an illusion. I know people, like we've said, we're in the eye of the storm. It's about keeping calm in the eye of the storm. You know, they can say what they want at the minute. You know, I could go around and find a load of other things where people are not saying that. Who are you watching? Yes, they have said 50 states. Trump has said it as well. I wonder why. There'll be a mixed meaning in that. And yeah, I know. But it won't be what the mainstream media is saying it is. That's what you've got to think about. It's the opposite. If they're saying, they were just talking about opposites. If they're saying it's something, you know damn well it's the opposite of something else. And Trump puts stuff out when he's speaking. That means nothing to do with what the mainstream media is saying it is. We all know that. Yes, it is coded. People need to go and read the coupons. It's coded. Just like when he was talking about the boats, mercy and comfort. And you have to get all them kids out of the way before anything drops, before any sealed indictments come out, and people can be arrested before they're unsealed, if you didn't know. So I'm just saying, all I'm saying is don't jump onto it straight away just because you've seen something straight away. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. So just chill. See how this week goes. What is it today? It's Monday.
For 38 years, I lived in that illusion. That's all I knew, because that was my perception of life. You can only make a rash decision on anything by what you've seen.
Your perception is what mainstream media give you.
What you've experienced and what you felt. And if you're being shown constantly certain things, whether it's truth or a lie, that's all you know, because that's what you've seen.
Violet.
So if a mainstream media has been compromised by large groups who fund the media and tell them what they want, it's basically a programming of...
Do you know, I call her that, and Ellen DeGenerate. I call her Ellen DeGenerate because I could never say her name properly, but she is. I call her Ellen DeGenerate.
I give you a perfect example. Bill Gates did an interview on one of the...
yeah, thank you, My Skies 5D, because just like Sarah Adams said that today, you've got to find peace within yourself. And then your worst fears will go, because you're projecting your worst fears because you're not peaceful in. And I understand this because of what's going on. But that is what they do. If you've not seen Out of the Shadows, please go and watch it beginning to end. That's all you have to do. And I know it's hard because people aren't getting out and they're not talking to other people and there's all this stuff going on. This is why I say be careful with who you watch, what you watch, and narrow it down a little bit. Or just don't bloody watch anything and just chill out in the time that we're in, because we're all right at the minute, you know.
Which owned and paid for by the very people I talk about. And it was to any...
Yeah, they are wearing something big on their ankles. Exactly. Why?
Else, they would be, oh, thank goodness for that. He says there's a vaccine coming out in less than 2 years.
Anyway, like I said, I'm not talking about that now. He's talking about Bill Gates.
Because the vaccine has been probably created a long time ago. And
yep, see, Violet's just found out Ellen DeGeneres was friends with George Bush. Well, there you go.
Vaccine or not is a different thing. When they decide to bring it out or not is another thing. I think they'll probably do it when we are screaming for a vaccine. The reason why we'll scream for it is not because of the vaccine, but the fear that's been fed to you that we need a vaccine. Or this is what I think. Even the people that don't want a vaccine, they'll want to just get out of the house. And you know what? They will surrender to that. And they will just say, just give me the vaccine. I just want to be free.
Yeah, Bush was in the CIA.
We see this. I mean, people who are awakened and aware, we see what's going on. We saw it weeks ago. But actually, we saw this months ago. In fact, we saw it a couple of 3 years ago. And people who became awake and aware could see what was...
Is it Bar who makes the movies? Because they'll be bringing a documentary style thing out about this all, you know. So I'm saying, chill out, everybody.
Happening. So I go back to Bill Gates' interview. He's doing loads of them. They're not an interview. They are not interviews. When you're awake, you can see. It's not an interview. It's a sales pitch. It's a programming to say these...
Go and get your vaccines, everybody. What's in the vaccines?
Things. So you're listening to them all the time. So in that one particular interview, the word vaccine was said 15 times. And the way he puts himself is, I and other experts, Bill Gates, mate, if you're listening, You ain't no expert on vaccines. Don't claim you are. You have no credibility whatsoever, mate. Take yourself away and do yourself a favour. Get yourself off.
Yeah, exactly. It's when people are researching. Supreme Court just gave POTUS death penalty back. The criminals will be punished. Have faith. That's what I've said. They had to get the right justice system in, and they're bringing back the death penalty because that side took it out. I wonder why. Because they knew at some time maybe they'd get, prosecuted or whatever the word is. Death penalty coming back.
So I'm listening, and everybody's saying this too. Everybody. I'm not the only one. There's millions watching these.
And one of the Kennedys, Robert Kennedy, at the minute, yes, from the Kennedy family, has been going up against Bill Gates and everything. Another Kennedy. Well, what can I say? If you don't know that story, he's out there going against that. If anyone's not seen it, I haven't seen a lot of it, but I know that's what's going on.
Things are going, this guy is crazy. He really is psychopathic. And, we're watching these things unfolding, and we're realising that mainstream media is totally hijacked.
Oh,
It
yes.
is owned and paid for, and it's merely a way to make...
And if you don't think that about mainstream media, as again, you need to go and see Out of the Shadows. That has hit YouTube and millions are watching it. And you can't really deny it because a lot of people know that about it anyway. But when you go and watch it, it totally makes sense.
You believe.
And like at the end of it, they said about when we get rid of all the corruptness, we can have new ways in. Because basically that's what they were saying with businesses that work properly and this, that and the other, which I've always been saying, have faith, people.
Whatever.
Yeah, Robert is Junior's cousin. No.
So, a film came out 2 days ago. You've probably all watched it because it, like the day...
I knew when I was watching Mark this morning, I thought he's gonna say it. He's actually gonna say it.
Interview, which
Oh, not this one.
now is being attacked by the very people I'm talking about, this very core that's controlling everything, and now attacking Dave. That's the government, that's people, that's all the organisations, that's YouTube, that's Instagram, Twitter. So basically, his information, which was vital for everybody to wake up, has shook the foundations, the core of these people who are trying to control the narrative and to make you believe everything. So it was such a powerful interview. I'm sure some of you watched it. The government are petrified of what he's put out there. So they're trying to stop him on every angle. That's a shock.
Well, the government are frightened to death of us. We're the ones who are doing this.
Sign that what he was saying was true, or there was a lot of truth in there, and that really frightened them because they think that you and I are stupid. That's the truth. And in other terms, I don't know if you know this, but this system...
The thing is, Bob Frank, there is people against it. There's an alliance, but there are many good people out there. Mainstream media always pump out that there's bad people. Yeah, there is bad people, but the majority of the people in the world today are good people. But they only through mainstream media and social engineering, they're trying to make people not give a toss. We all know that. But of course there are good people, because if you're on channels where good people are talking, there's good people. A bit like you said, we are the news now. Of course there is, but they want you to think there's nothing that... Well, are we not powerful? We are powerful beings, us human beings, and we're doing this. There's no saviour. We're our own saviours. And this is why I say you've got to be very careful when you go into the fear mode. That's where they want you. Because when you go in fear mode, you bow down. You bow down to the governors governing you when you should be governing yourself.
And the government, do you know what they call you when you get to the age of retirement? There's a name for you. It's an official name, but nobody talks about it. Only they talk about it. You're called a useless eater. Because the thing is, the elite don't look at you and I as human beings, as normal people, as people like you would see a friend on a street or just somebody walking by. You are a useless eater. You are below them. And that is a kind of religious belief. So within the very wealthy...
We are below the elites. Don't think so.
An elite. There was once a programming, and still goes on to this day, but it's all very hush-hush. And basically it's that they are superior in a race than you and I. This is why spiritual people who are really aware talk about equality. Everybody is equal. Namaste. I honor you, you honor me, because we're equal. That doesn't happen with these elite and who are controlling the world.
And that's the truth. That is the truth. These elites, that they don't think that. They think they control us because they think they are better than the human race of, like, they think we're gods. We're all gods, by the way, gods and goddesses. We all come from source. But they think they think they can, get rid of people and depopulation like Bill Gates, because they think they're playing God. If you get what I'm saying. But they do think, it's like the film Hunger Games. They literally think we're nothing. We're just pawns in their game. But there's always comes a time in all the cycles that the people rise. And that is what's happening. The people are rising. A lot of people knew about all this stuff, but there's a lot of people out there who still got stuck in the New World Order, and people are starting to pump that out again now. They're not looking at the fact that Gitmo's been extended, rebuilt, extended. There's many things out there. We know the military's coming in. We knew the military was going to come in. The military have to come in.
Just numbers. You are just a figure. You're nothing more. And
I've got a few people behind the scenes I can get in contact and dig on some stuff.
Health and well-being plays no part at all. But they have to be clever. And the way they manipulate things is they seem...
Well, put it this way, Bill Gates has stepped down. Stepped down. Has he really? Stepped down, going somewhere maybe.
Yeah, they seem to tell you what they're doing, but at the same time, like Bill Gates, he's seeming to want to cure everybody. All you need to do is look at his past credentials. All you need to do is do it.
This is what I've said, when people don't believe certain things, you go and research the past, who they were friends with, and they're all in the same circles, aren't they? Pictured with Obama when he was younger. All these things where you're thinking, things that make you go, Yeah, there are a lot of controllers, but there is a time when we rise, like there always has been. And it is time.
The system, this darkness, which is...
Yeah, there's already medicine for the virus. I can't remember what it's called. Starts with H and it's got a Q in it. It heals malaria. It heals a lot of things. Other people in other countries have it. I don't know if it's injury somewhere, so they don't get malaria and they don't get these things. So they've already got it. The people who made it a few years back got found dead. So wonder why that is, Big Pharma.
Connected to SRA.
No, Trump isn't related to her as far as I know now.
Satanic Ritual Abuse Club. It's all connected to that, because this is what it's all about. This is where it's the pinnacle.
Yeah, the 1%. Yeah, the 1% for us to remove. Yeah.
All of this is about is it's a mass controlling of the population.
It is.
There's too many people they believe in this world, and the only way
They
they get the
believe.
people down is create war. So now where
It's actually a common drug for the autoimmune disease.
Because we call it an invisible war. And
Oh yeah, definitely. Bill Gates did want us all done, like Mark Baczynski's just saying then. It's their way of depopulation. That's what they do. They would have muted it or something. But under that virus, it's like I said, I'm not saying they're into virus. I'm just saying, I can't say that word, Effie. I can't say it. Hydrochloroquine or whatever it's called. But under that, what they were doing, something else is working underneath as well.
man who believes in depopulation is Bill Gates. And yet he's the same man who
And everybody
wants to
knows this,
save
who's
the
been
world
researching, everybody knows.
with a vaccine. Has the penny dropped yet?
Did you hear that? Play it again.
So you in depopulation.
Friends with
is Bill
George
Gates.
Soros.
And yet he's the same man who wants to save the world, and you with a vaccine.
Yeah, see, Rory Lionheart, people have gotten over the virus without vaccine or cure, so that tells you Bill Gates' vaccine is not necessary. We don't want it anyway, do we really? People are, I mean, I don't need to say this. I don't need to to sway anyone's, but if you go and look what everybody's waffling on about at the minute, and I have not been looking because I know what Bill Gates is, that's what everyone's talking about, Bill Gates and what he's got in it. And if you didn't know, a lot of vaccines have fetuses in them. We all know about the fetus thing. If you don't, oh, maybe you will do one day. But I'm just saying, I'm just chucking it out there because I do talk my truth of, the stuff that I've researched and a lot of us have in the past. So, yeah, so just saying. And I believe the virus at the minute seems to be slowing down. I don't know what they're saying in the news, but, there's more people moving about. There's more traffic on the road. People have been in quarantine for quite a bit now. I've only been to the shops, the supermarket, a couple of country walks, basically my back garden. Remember, it's not supposed to be airborne. So apart from that, I've been at home. Home's my garden as well. So really, they have been saying, haven't they, over a certain amount of time now, it'll start going down because everyone's been quarantined. Everyone's been careful whether they believe it is or it isn't, or it's just a flu and it's people who are, more prone to stuff like that. It doesn't matter in that sense. It's just people are being careful. Even though I've got my certain opinions on certain stuff that's going on, I've still, I'm not running down the street touching everybody. I've stayed in or exercised outside because you're allowed to go for a walk, or been in my garden because that's my home. They haven't told you not to go in your garden. And the guidance we got off the government was guidance. If anyone's not clicked onto that, it's not law, it's guidance. But the police are going around doing certain things on certain areas and people are posting it to put people in fear. And maybe people have got certain things slapped on them of, I don't know, it's all money though, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's a guidance. They never said it was law. It's a guidance. Anyone see Bill Gates talking on TED Talks about vaccines? Literally, they say they are keeping the population. Yeah, he said it. He said it out loud. And that's why Trump has got those doctors on. He'll end up firing them. And has just said, yeah, say what you want to say. So they're saying what they want to say, so it'll all be seen up front, on camera. People can say, they can't say it was dubbed, it was edited. You've seen it live of them saying what they're saying because he knows they're talking bullcrap. They've got that drug out there anyway, if needed. But that drug that's got out, that drug's been out for years. Like I said, it's been in India and everywhere. And I think they have certain things in countries like sprays and certain stuff where they're not getting malaria and all that. They've always had that. They have it like a daily thing. So just saying. But let's listen to Mark.
Has the penny dropped yet?
Yeah, let's see what FE's saying. It's slowed down in New Zealand, gone from 90 a day to 20 a day. Still haven't heard of anyone who's had it. Yeah. So, there's stuff going on.
So you gotta start to think for yourself, and this is where the problem lies. The system, from the moment you were born and taken out from your mother's womb, they want you into a system, into a school, because they need to feed this all the time to you. They want to brainwash you. They don't want free thinkers. They just want some...
And I've talked about this before. When you were at school, now I wasn't really bothered with school, but I stayed in school. I loved art, obviously, because that's one of the main things I do, and I've come full circle round to doing. That's how I express myself. But all the ones who were naughty at school or left school or wagged school, as we called it, skipped lessons, weren't really that interested, used to get told off by the teachers, you're all free thinkers. That's why they didn't like you, and that's why they probably wanted to boot you out of school, because you knew initially inside with your intuition that you were actually going against the system at the time. You might not have known it, but you were. So, that's why you'd look at people and go, oh, he was such a naughty lad at school, or she was like wasn't really interested. Yeah, because intuitionally you knew that what we're being taught, we don't actually need a lot of it. Life skills would be brilliant, but that's what you learn as you grow up anyway. But this is what we're going through in this life, of all coming away from stuff and being a better person and bringing that, switching off to certain stuff, switching on yourself, tuning into your inner self and just feeling those vibes of what is right and what doesn't feel right. And whatever doesn't feel right, move away from it, cut them strings off and move. All I'll say at the minute, if something's doing your head in a little bit too much, you can easily switch the telly off. I would say in these times of what's going on now, if you've been researching, which a lot of you have on here for ages anyway, tune off to it a bit. Let the ones who are researching research now. Just tune down a bit and just start tuning into yourself. Yeah, I think we're going to get to see the mighty fall. This is why the military are coming in. You know, don't forget, that side will play something that looks like another side when it isn't, because they're trolling the mainstream media. Trump's trolling the mainstream media. Not everything's as it seems, and I'm not saying that's true or it's I'm just saying it's not all as it seems. So I take this week to just chill your beans a little bit. You're observing. What we're doing is you're observing. If you're in the 3D too much, just observe it, because it is about how it affects your energy. And I do it when I get triggered. Obviously, we all do it. Sometimes it's good to get triggered because it makes you think about things. But you're supposed to be the eye in the storm. I've said this before. We're observing what's going on. And you need to observe your energies. So if you're coming in and you're all like, take yourself away from it. Because I would personally say you're watching too much. If you're watching too much, 1 minute you're watching this and then, oh yeah, that feels... And then next minute you're watching that and that's making you feel like crap. I'd take yourself away from it. You're watching too much. I can't watch a lot now because it's like, well, there's nothing... I'm only trying to pump out a positive vibe because, like I said before, if you're not looking after yourself in these times, you're going to be no good anyway. You know, whether no matter what you believe's going on, good or bad, because it's just opposites coming together, so everything seems batshit crazy. You're going to make yourself ill. You're going to make yourself ill, and that is a fact. You're going to make yourself ill. Yeah, I get triggered. We all do get triggered because we're still human at the end of the day. But I get triggered in chat because I'm just trying to come to help you calm down a bit, because I see this. I speak to other people. They go, oh, take yourself away from it. I'm like, I know. It's just I'm trying to help other people. So I have to see a little bit. But it is about basically being in the eye of the storm and just being aware. But then what are you going to do? Are you going to go and feed into more of it so it makes you feel even worse? Or are you going to take this time to go and create, I think someone was saying today, I can't remember, it was do something with your hands, drawing or making something or doing something creative, because it's taking your mind, it's taking that thinking monkey brain away. And you're not thinking and you just want to be in your essence and you just want to be having a bit of fun and taking your mind away from that. It's a war on the mind. Hi, Rachel. You'll feel so much better if you just have a day off the internet, a day off the TV, if that's what you're constantly doing. If you've gone more into it, that might be your problem. I think you need to rest. Yeah, we're ready for the triple conjunction. I'm ready for any flipping conjunction at the minute. It just reminds me of the conjunction out the dark crystal. But that's all I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to get naughty. I just... You know I love you all in chat. You know I love you, JP. It's like when Dave came in that time and I had to slap him about a bit and I was like, go and research. You know I love you all. I just don't want... There's not... Even if you believe that, there's no point getting too angry and riled up in it, because that's what they want you to do. And then you make bad decisions when you're in that energy. So you just bring it down a little bit. Thank you, Deanie. I only do it. I don't have to come in here and talk. I could cry. I could sit here and cry now. I feel myself getting upset now, so I've got to breathe. See, I'm okay. It's just I see this everywhere and I don't have to do it, but I just try and do it to calm people down a little bit. You know I love you, JP. I don't get triggered because I'm like, I just get triggered. I do get triggered, but it's a good thing. It's just because, thank you, D'Angelo. It doesn't matter what situation you believe in, what sort of, as we'd say, consciousness you're in at the minute. That's very 3D. You know, the fear thing is, it doesn't matter where you're in with that, but just learn to group hug. Just learn to just watch what's going on a little bit. Like, watch things, but don't like jump into it first. Just observe, because you might see something else tomorrow where you think, oh, that person's just been called out, or this, that, and the other. Oh, yeah, that maybe that's not. So just observe a little bit. That's what we're learning to do. We're learning to observe. We're learning to take ourselves up and look down like a bird's eye view. Oh, the bigger picture, right? Let's, you know. Yeah. So. Roxanne's on live now and you're on it, Dolly. What? I'm on it? Am I? I don't know. She might have videoed. I haven't got a clue. I've not spoken to her for a bit. I don't. What do you mean I'm on it? She might have put an old video up. Maybe I've got a doppelganger, or whatever you call it. Maybe that's the opposite side to me. I'm just saying, yeah, I'm not getting upset for myself. I just, I'm a little Pisces and I get emotional about stuff. And I just don't want people, no matter where you're at on your journey, because we all get there in the end, I don't want to push people to believe either way, but I'm only coming with my experience. That's all I can do. Can only come with my experience of how I feel and what I do and what takes me out of that negative energy. I'm still smiling, but I want you lot to be still smiling. They'll never take your mindset away. They will never take your sovereignty of your mindset is everything. It doesn't matter if they all locked us up and chucked away the key. They're never taking this away. You can go in your imagination all the time and think what you want. They can't take your mindset away. The only thing they can do is program it. Ooh, MK Ultra through the mainstream media, but they can never take our freedom in your mindset away. It doesn't matter. They can't. They can't. And even if they kill us, then, well, we're off to the stars, aren't we? They still can't do it, if anyone gets what I'm saying. Oh, geez, things are getting real weird. What do you mean, Violet? Do you know what I'm saying? It's a mind on your wall. It's a mind on your wall. It's a war on your mind. See, I'm laughing now. I just get upset for people, that's all. Yeah. Yeah, but at least you went to research, Dave. Do you know what I mean? Because I did say to Dave, remember when I said to you, watching too much? When you're watching too much, of course you're going to get confused because you're looking at the confliction of both sides. And that's why I always say feel what's right. Not going because some YouTuber, don't even listen to me. I'm not even saying listen to me. Feel it. It's all about feeling. It is not about thinking. We're trying to get the brain and heart coherence because we forgot about this heart, this feeling. People think it's all brain. It's not. It's in balance, but it has to be in balance with your heart. Yeah, they can't kill your heart. No, they can't. So that's all I'm saying. Just try and take a deep breath. Switch off a little bit. Just have one day without it, and just hi everyone who's coming, and just take a bird's eye view. Be the eye in the storm at the minute. Don't jump to certain conclusions at first just because you might have seen something that's coming in, because it might not be that. We all know we can see things and it doesn't end up being what it is because people are looking through different lenses at the minute. Which lens are you looking through? Are you looking through what someone else is looking through because they're in fear? And time, all I can say is time's going to tell, innit? Time is going to tell because we all know something's going on. The world's in it together, so we're not alone. We're not alone. The world is in this together. The world is watching. We're all trying to help each other. So if something happens, the world's going to be reporting on it because we, the patriots, are the news now. They are not. We all know that's going on. Yeah, God wins. So let me just play a bit more of Mark. That's all I'm trying to say. I hope you get what I'm saying. I'm not having a go at anyone. It's just me when I get passionate about something.
To think just enough to get out of bed and to go to work and to pay their taxes.
Thanks, Dave.
They don't want somebody to think for themselves.
No.
And work things out because that's dangerous. That's not good to the system.
No.
So
don't dare pick them breadcrumb pieces up and put that jigsaw together because then you're going to see the bigger picture.
Now, 2020 has appeared and our eyes are opening. If you just need to look at my videos, I told you this is what was going to happen. And I said to you and I warned you.
Yeah, Pam, that's the thing. You feel like you're alone, but you know you're not when you tune into a lot of people talking about certain stuff. You're not. You're not alone. The world's in this together.
In a loving way that this is going to be the
You're with
most
us now.
powerful year. And the next 10 years are going to prove something so dramatic in a shift that many people are going to wake. They're going to.
Yeah, because I can get upset again, like 5D. I don't know why I'm getting upset now. I can't even speak. My Sky's 5D. The assistant's in the process of change, his transformation. We're all going through a transformation within right now. This is within your body, but people who don't understand how this works, it comes out in the physical. We're all going through this transformation. It's really, to me, it's a really beautiful thing, and it gets me upset because it is. And I'm getting upset not because I'm upset, because because I'm loving the transformation I'm seeing in people, within myself and other people, and it's like quite a magical thing. People are waking up. It's not really to the 3D stuff. It's waking up to yourself of, oh, I can't even explain it. I know people know what I'm talking about. Like I've always said about the butterfly, people are talking about that more and more. People are dropping that out in chats now more and more about the transformation of the butterflies. We've been in the dark for a very long time. The dark is not taking over. We've been there. Hell on earth, we've been there. New World Order, we were in it. It was just about to get capped off, but it didn't happen. It is overwhelming. It's overwhelming. The thing, I can only speak from experience for what I'm experiencing, and but to get my feelings out, it's good. So I'm not crying because I'm upset. I'm just saying hi. Thank you, Teresa. It is a transformation in ourselves. So, there can be people who you would class as bad people, but they're transforming as well, because they're realising the life lessons we have are for us. They're not happening to us, they're happening for us to break away from certain things. And if you look at it like that, it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And I'm seeing people waking up to it more and more. The mainstream media is just there to put their agenda out, to make you feel fear, to make you feel you're not a sovereign being, that you know, all that stuff that they do. We are social media ascension butterflies. We love to pollinate everyone's live stream. Yeah, there's a lot of love out there, and this is what I'm saying. I do not roll with the whole, oh, it's only bad, it's the New World Order, it's bad. Pardon? We got hijacked. No, I refuse. I don't consent to that shit no more. It is not true. It isn't. I mean, look at all beautiful souls in the chat. If there's, on this side, there's 56 beautiful souls in. There's loads of souls on many channels right now, all over the world, don't even know about this beautiful souls. You don't need to be really knowing of absolutely everything. You're beautiful souls anyway, but at the end of the day, we want people to wake up so they're not in fear and they're not seeing all this crap that mainstream media put out. I don't need to know that myself. I just want to come on here. And I know a lot of you in chat don't need to know, but there's new people coming in all the time because people are researching. And if they can see people still shining the light, still being positive and coming from heart and true authentic self, of not being in fear while all this shit's going down, you'd be thinking, well, why are you not in the corner? Like, I don't mean crying, and I'm crying of happiness, sat in the dark and worrying and getting depressed, because I refuse to be like that. And I'm not doing that because I've seen other things going on that are more beautiful than the shit that they're putting out, if anyone gets what I'm saying. Tune in to a higher frequency. This is why they talk about 3D, 4D, 5D, and people go, we're talking in code. Well, we're not. It's just you get it when you're on that. We all get there. There's just people doing it faster. I'm not properly there yet. 3D is very 3D. It's very flat. It's not seen, like, how do I explain? I don't know. This elephant. Now, if I was looking at it from this way, I'm just seeing that bit. Someone might be looking from under there. They're just going to see that bit. They can't see the whole picture. But when you look from the top view, which we're trying to do, looking at everything, trying to work it out, imagine if it had a body because it's an elephant, you're going to see the whole picture. Depends what angle you're looking at. 3D is more like 2D. Yeah, Laura Eisenhower had a rant about not... Yeah, she did have a chat about not consenting. We've consented all our life It's not our fault. We didn't know. Now we're taking back our power. Human beings are very powerful. People say, oh, we're over this, we're over that, or we could be over animals. Well, we're not. They're beings as well, but we can help those that not all animals can do stuff for themselves. But you know what I'm saying? We are the powerful beings. The only ones that think they're over us is those elites. They literally do. Liberation from pain and false reality. Exactly, and that's why I drew this picture. It's Liberation Earth. It was Liberation Stargate. I meant you are a Stargate. When you pump out that positivity, I changed it to love. Liberation is that divine nurturing that's coming with the help of man. They're like strong, like a lion, and we share that like love, but together, merged, because they have, I don't care what anyone says, it's the truth. They have tried to split in the 3D world, in this physical place we're in, man and women. They've gone for families. They're trying to hate women, men hate women. People might not know that, but they have with all these women marches and all that. That I say feminazis. They're not They're not true feminists. Some people have gone on their marches because that's what they believed it is, but there was an underlined agenda in it. And then we've got the man marches. I don't even know what they're called, where they're going against the women. What? We love our strong men, of course we do. We love our strong men. You know what I mean? And women and men love women. I don't mean in that way. I'm just saying we're a team, tag team. We are at our strongest when we're together, and they know that. So I think actually Roxanne's texted me. She texted me. I think she's just said she's put us in a video from a bit ago. You know, they're doing their stuff over there with the music and everything. It's great. There's good people out there doing good things the way they do it. I don't even know what I'm talking about now. Love it. Take back our glory. We're not rising like, oh, there's just the woman. It's two. Remember, two together becoming as one. Rising. Very, very powerful. They know that's powerful. They split us up. And all that energy, they know where all the divide comes in. Think of all the hours of soap opera on the channel. Oh, yeah. And you've got all that programming and on the soap opera as of people. That's why they're always pumping stuff out with men and women and people cheating on each other. These shows they have out like Love Island and I don't know the crap that they have over it. It's all to separate, to get people thinking that's the right thing you should do, and it doesn't matter. And it does, because you know what I mean. If you can get in a men and women of the living soil, yeah. And if you can vibrate with someone like that, at that sort of thing, I mean, that is like mega power. Yeah, social engineering, exactly. Caesar. But you can see it when you look at certain things of what they've been trying to do. But I just see a lot of people merging, coming together, merging their aspects, all aspects. We're merging the dark side, our shadow self. That's what you've got to do. We're trying to separate the dark, trying to separate the male and female, trying to separate the left and the right side of the bed. We're bringing it all back into one. Then it's balanced. If anyone gets what I'm saying. Yeah, how much more unity and harmony now, though. Massive Exactly, Ollie. It's a massive backfire. They thought that this virus, no matter what they've done with it and whatever it is and what lies behind it, they thought it would break us. It's brought the world together. And if you can't see that, I don't know what you're frigging looking at, because all I've seen is people coming together in creative ways, mega creative ways. That's source. Loads of people doing different stuff on the channels, like Roxanne's over there, you know, they're all singing, dancing, still talking about stuff, but they're pumping a vibration out through music, singing. People are putting funny videos up, even having a laugh through these times is a frequency. So they thought we'd all be in doom and gloom. Yes, there is people in doom and gloom, but I'm personally seeing, yeah, it's a boomerang. What did Q say? Boomerang. The shit they put out at one point in this life would come back like a boomerang, and it sure has come like a boomerang. Humans are so fantastic. We're not looking for a saviour. I'm sick of people saying about Q, Trump, they say, oh, he's a saviour. No, they just helped us really research and helped us with certain things that we couldn't get through personally because we hadn't had the money to do it. But humans are fantastic. And when we all come to heart and when the chips are down, this is when people shine at the most shiniest. And that's why I'm saying, yes, there's a-holes out there that are greedy, but most of the people I've been clocking around the world watching certain things and things on media, not all of it, is there's a lot of people shining out there. There's a lot of people helping each other. There's a lot of people, even if they don't agree on the same exact thing, that's really fell away. You know what I mean? There's a lot of positivity out there. Kids drawing on windows. Whether you believe what that energy is or not, it doesn't matter. That's still being pumped out. People are talking. People are researching because there's not much to do. But people are coming together and shining the light. They thought we'd all crumble. Well, we haven't. This will make, personally, I think, the world stronger. When this calms down, which it will do, when this passes, which it will do, and this isn't even the storm yet, which it will do, lots of rainbows will come out. Because at the end of the day, you only have to look back in the past and everything passes anyway. They tried it then, didn't they? What if we had Spanish flu, this flu, that flu, blah, 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 blah. Oh, it's the end of the world. Funny, because we're still here, and we're still here right now. So, while you're still here, you might as well make the most of it. Just saying. It's better to be making the most of it. Look, the biggest thing right now is to be looking after yourself. Healthy, maybe get on a bit of a health kick. Maybe that's even walking if you're allowed to go out walking. You can do exercising. Is your mindset. Get healthy up here. That's all I'm saying. Listen to a bit more of Mark Bajinski. I can never say his name right. It's Roxanne. Yeah, lost it now. Lost it. Don't even know what I'm talking about. You know, I've talked about the Passover and resurrection. It's a Passover of energy. And it ain't to that side because they had us anyway. Easter's rebirth of ourselves. It's a transformation. This has never happened before. This has never got this crazy before.
And the next 10 years are going to prove something so dramatic in a shift that many people are going to wake. They're going to wake up. They're going to start to awake.
Because it's not even about this stuff. It's much, much more. Call them rainbows.
That what you once believed was real and that you believe that your government cares, you realise that that's not true at all. Not true at all.
Times are changing.
This system who control this world is basically that. Is what's happening now. It's called control. And you're going to go, a lot of you are going to say that's ridiculous. And I say to you, well, where are you now? What can you do? What can you do today? You can't tell me there's not a, but it's for the good of people because people are dying. Okay. But look what's happened. The whole world is on lockdown. Nobody can do it.
Yeah, exactly, D'Angelo. The word feminist is back to front. Being a feminist should mean supporting being feminine, but they made it the opposite. Yeah, they did, yeah.
And if you try, you'll be arrested. But it's for the good of us because we're doing it for the good of, we don't want to infect anybody. Very clever. Very, very clever. In fact, these people who are running the world are probably the greatest mathematicians because normally with great minds, sometimes there's a lot of psychopathic tendencies in there too. There's a lot of psychopaths who are super intelligent. And these technocrats who have their supercomputers.
Yeah, we did need change, Effie, exactly.
They've already assessed all of this, what's going on. Well, you just need to look at Bill Gates. test all of these things.
Yeah, there is always a bright side to something bad, King, because where there's dark, there's light, vice versa.
Assessing this, assessing that, coming up with these figures, coming up with this situation. Do you know?
Yeah, see, my Sky's 5D, they're not arresting people in my city for being outside. I mean, I haven't seen any of it, but the mainstream media will say there's some of it, and it might be going on a little bit, but it's not what a lot of people are seeing.
I think that all of these scenarios
Yeah.
haven't been planned out.
1% of humanity is born psychopath, and that's what they say, the 1%, don't they? They're the 1%. We're going up against them. We're rising.
Years ago. You don't think this moment hasn't been planned out?
Exactly. Worldwide reset. It's going to look scary at first. It's going to look like something at first. But I guess we're all going to just have to ride this out and see. So don't get too up in it first, because it'll make you ill.
Everything you do to turn and to try and change, it's already been calculated. They're already one step or two step ahead of you and I. And anybody who tries to oppose them, they already know what you're going to do. So if you think about it, it's a very, very clever. You've got to be in awe of what's going on right now, because if you actually really believe that this is all just...
Oh, and by the way, if anyone's been listening to SGT Report, I highly suggest you go and watch X22 Report. A lot better reporting on there. Says it like it is. Pretty easy to get your head around it, just in case you are watching that sort of stuff.
Incidents. I have to tell you this. Always remember what I said. There's no such thing as coincidence. This is all purposely done in this world created. When I talk about spiritual coincidence, that's spirit's help.
See, over here, there's people with masks and gloves on, and there's people that isn't. They're all mixed. I personally don't, but if I'm in the queue at the supermarket, you have to stand, whatever so many feet is apart. So yeah, I do that. But no one's not letting you in without it. It's just that you are if you are, and you're not if you're not. But you're still doing that distancing thing, which is fine.
In hand, and that's another story. People have asked me why is evil seem to be running the world, and I say, well, why not? Why does it always have to be good running the world? What are you going to do if good runs the world all the time? You're going to have a beautiful holiday, but you're not going to learn too much.
See, I've always said this. So I was trying to explain before. If we came here to experience life, because that's what it's all about, growing up and realising that, to govern your own body and your mind is, if we came in flatlining all the way and everything was perfect, no one's had a perfect life. And you're bullshitting if you have. Some might have had a bit better than others. It'd be pretty boring, wouldn't it? It'd be so boring. How would you learn lessons of anything or experience something? I mean, how boring would that be? Yes, I do believe that's what we're going to go to, where everything does become a better way. But the first we needed to be split and look at all these opposite things and experience these things that would make us realise, do you know what? I don't want to be a part of that anymore because it doesn't suit my sole purpose. If anyone gets what I'm saying. So I'm glad I got to experience a bit of crap because it's only made me stronger, which it does. And then you cut all them ties.
Darkness is there. I tell you what, it's going to show you.
Yeah, I have seen Beyond the Veil. They are good. There's loads of great channels out there, but I can't watch everything at the minute because you just I'm just trying to tune into myself, with a bit of meditating, being outside in the garden, tuning out and tuning into myself.
You, who you truly are you going to be the one to say one day to your children that I stood up for your freedom? I stood up and I fought for your freedom to speak.
And connecting with some new people that are grounding me as well, because I do go off a little bit, like, what?
Your freedom to do.
The balance.
To choose to be where you want to go, do what you want to do, have what you want to choose, the freedom.
Exactly, Effie. Dolly, my family wonder why I'm not panicking along with them. I told them I don't watch TV. Exactly.
To have an injection or not have an injection. I fought for that.
What you focus on too much is what you become. If you're focusing on everything from fear, you will become fearful because you are focusing on it. I'm looking at some of this stuff, but I'm not in fear about it because I choose to focus on something else and take myself away from it and just think, right, so that's what's going on, right? Well, we'll just, okay, we'll see, because at the minute I'm all right and it's not actually happening in my reality right now. It might be in somebody else's, but it's not in my reality right now because what you focus on, you bring in.
So, yes, you are going to get darkness always there, but that's a great time for you to be the warrior of the light, to stand up to this darkness. This is a great opportunity to, well, I think it's great to ask yourself, what am I doing right now? For me, I'm sharing the truth. I'm sharing as much as I can in truth.
I mean, I don't have to come on here. Like I said before, I don't have to. And people might say you don't have to. You know, sometimes you get triggered or you get upset for other people. Because really, I'm doing it for myself. Sounds a bit, but I'm just sharing, expressing what I'm going through because I know you are as well. But I just have this knowing and this feeling that I have to be on here now, talking about what I'm talking about because I know I'm helping people just with whatever it is, the frequency that I'm putting out. Whether you believe we're in good times or not, I just believe. I can't help it. Something tells me to come on here. I can't walk away, no matter what I'm talking about. I guess I'll always be on here talking about something else, even when this is blown over. Even if I'm just going to an art channel or whatever it happens after this, because this will blow over. We're still going to be talking about a few things in the future because there's just loads of stuff. But I do believe in my future reality it's going to be helping people to heal through art, through dance, through and there's 33 thumbs up, through holistic healing, through experience of like I could come on here and say, do you know what, I've healed myself through blah 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 and this happened and oh my god, this came in and it made me feel like that, and maybe, just maybe, if I share it, it might help you. I'm not saying it will, but it could do. A bit like Joe Dispenza with the heart and brain coherence. If I'm experiencing something and it's working for me, all I want to do is share it. If it does work for you, brilliant. If it doesn't, right, maybe you need something else that could help you. But you're making a difference, Dolly. Thank you, Gary. I'm only expressing, that's all I'm doing is expressing how I feel and what I do to keep me in a high vibrating frequency. It doesn't mean that it doesn't drop sometimes. It's just knowing, this is what I've been learning over the past couple of years, knowing how to get back in that space of my heart place. Yes, I get triggered. We all do. And at the minute, you will do because there's so much energy flying around at the minute with who's right, who's wrong. Not that we all are because we really know nothing, but we're just trying to do our best. But it's more to do with everything's to do with a feeling. It's not what you think, it's a feeling. I appreciate your help. Yeah, Sue, and Sue has been in, I think Sue Clark has been on my channel since I think I started, you know, when Finn was a baby and all that and the stuff that I went through. And maybe I'll share that experience again, even though I'll well up if I talk about it now. But it is an experience of how you let go of things in your past and you see something with different eyes and you forgive. But Sue's been in my chat, I think from the beginning. Yeah, she has. When I first started, and I don't know when I started, 3 years ago, 5 years, I ain't got a clue. Time's just flying by at the minute. I don't know what day it is or anything. But I know Sue's been with me a long time. She's not coming on everything I've talked about and probably thought I was a frigging nutcase when I started talking about you know who as in Q. But I do believe that Sue, even if you're not into it, you are seeing certain things go on and maybe certain people talking about maybe that letter or the media or certain things going on where people are talking maybe about a lot of things I've mentioned when I got on this 3 years ago where everyone was like, have you gone mad? You know, and even people that used to come in that just, I've had ridicule on here, I've had trolls, I've had people calling me evil, people calling me a horrible person, and oh my God, I've got such a horrible soul. And I'm like, yeah, well, I still stood up in the light and I still pushed forward with what I believed to be true, and it didn't bring me down. It'd bring me down. It had brought me down years ago because I would have been bothered about what people were saying about me. But the reason why I'm not bothered about what people say about me at the end of the day is because I know myself and I know what my true intentions are, and I know what people may say, because it's a bit like playground tactics, is just only what they say. It's not me. I know me. So, you know, hey ho, you know, people want to come with silly things, they will do. That's just people who aren't growing within themselves or they can't see. Not their fault, they're just not there yet. Oh, and then it goes off and tries to reconnect, because we are reconnecting in the light. Yeah, in the light. You're none of that. What, mad? I know, but we're all classed as mad and conspiracy theories, aren't we? A lot of us, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah, it's a knowing. It's just a knowing. This is what gets on my nerves when people go, yeah, but I need the facts and everything. I went, I can't give it you. It is just a knowing. It's just a knowing. It is a resonance. It is a feeling. It's a thing that you feel in your heart. You can't explain it. So you could call it source. You just can't explain it. It's just a knowing. Yeah, gut feeling. Yeah, I call it heart feeling. It's just is. It just is. And I can only express through. How do you express through dance, music, poem? That's how you express things that you can't have facts on. I express through my art. It's just what I do. I express through my art. That's the way I release how I'm getting a ringing in the ears now. How I feel through art, because I don't know, I can't express it any other way. That's the best way I express it. People express it very, very different. Oh, I've said that before. Being called mad is a compliment. Oh, yes, it is. Being called normal in every day. I know. You used to think that, how dare you say I'm mad. Now I'm like, call me mad, call me what you want, because I tell you what, that is a top compliment. Hall of mirrors, people projecting on others. Yeah, they are. This is why there's so much energy going on at the minute, and people are getting triggered. I'm getting triggered, not just because I'm getting triggered what people are saying, whether I believe or not. That energy's flying about. It's all around us. It's all around us all the time. So the lambs will wake up. So yeah, they are doing. There's loads of people waking up. We don't have to be on the same exact thing, because you're all going to get there anyway. Yeah, don't stop believing into my. Don't stop believing. Do 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 do. That's all I'm saying. You've got a strong heart, wet heart, art. Yeah, well, I had well, let me go and find it. You just reminded me of something. Right, I used to have when I was trying to do an art show that never happened. Right, I don't know if I remember. Sue will remember. I used to have a T-shirt that made. I only wore it a few times. It had a girl on it, and it said, "Follow your art." Art. It meant follow your heart, but art comes from the heart. And I'm like I said, I'm not just talking about drawing. Anything artistic, expression of words, architecture, creating a film, being a photographer, all that stuff that we do is creating. It comes from the heart. Art comes from the heart. We are creators, so therefore we're gods and goddesses, but we're just like mini ones. But when we're all together, it's very powerful. So yeah, don't even know what I'm talking about now. Yeah, you don't always get what you want, but you get what you need. Exactly. We don't get what we want. You're wanting all the time. We get what we need. They're the only things that we do need, are the things that we need. We don't need to want. That's why when you're doing law of attraction, when you want something, you don't normally get it. If anyone gets what I'm saying. Oh my God, she's waffling on now. She's lost the plot as usual.
Sharing love, kindness.
Oh yeah, the blue Kachina. That's why I think that's blue. You know what I mean? The blue Kachina merging with the red Kachina. Feminine and masculine divine.
Or helping people daily, sending crystals out, doing my bit all the time to raise awareness by
So you're doing this bit all the time, raising awareness, raising that positive vibe. You're all doing it, even if you don't know you're doing it. You don't need to be on YouTube doing it. I think I do it through my channel. This is the way I choose to express, because if you didn't know, I'm a chatterbox. I'm a chatterbox. So if I've got a voice, I'm going to use it. Doesn't mean I'm right about everything, because we don't really know anything at all. But if you're vibing in a higher vibe anyway, just being around your family and friends, whoever at the time, in the supermarket, just walking down an aisle in the supermarket, emanating that out is going to affect people around you with a calmness. You might not think that, but when you start learning about energies, and I'm not all there yet with it, but I can see what it's doing, it works. So just holding that energy and being aware when you're out of that energy that you're pumping out, not to be in fear, is very, very strong. You know this by, like I said, going to a party and you go, I don't like that people's vibe, or vibration. So turn it within and then pump it out.
an awareness, you give people the opportunity to see something in a different sense. So all they've ever seen is the mainstream narrative. So that's all they know. All they can go on is that. A lot of people can't.
And this is all we're saying. Be aware. Don't look at the whole, like he just said, mainstream narrative. Go and look at something else. Or just don't look at anything. But be aware.
Step out of that because they're in it. But if somebody comes along and shakes their foundations and go, hey, wake up a minute. Wake up. Hey, maybe it's not what you think.
Maybe it's not what you think. And I just have to laugh at that. You have to have a laugh. But you do feel like going, oh my God, swallow a red pill. And it's not because we're like, oh my God, you're all asleep. People are so distracted.
There's some, well, there might be something in that. Oh, never really thought about that. You know what? I've just done some research. You're bloody right. It is real. This is true. We are run by satanic ritual cults. My God, I didn't realise that they are trying to put, vaccines in us. And do you know what's in vaccines? Oh no, tell me what's in vaccines. Have you found out? Aborted fetuses. Oh yeah.
Not nice, but some people don't know. The truth will set you free, even though it's not nice. Thank you, Teresa. That's all I try and do, no matter what I'm talking about. My neighbour's gone mad with the lawn mowing. The lawn mowing. I thought I put the kettle on. This may be a while. I don't know.
Anything else?
It's always a while.
Mixture of chemicals and cocktail poisons that stays in your system and that never goes. And look at all these people who have suffered. Look at the. I've just got. Hey, you're starting to sound like a conspiracy theorist, but I'm not. But you're starting to sound like one like me. No, you're not. It's actually real. It's true. Hello. Welcome to my world.
Welcome to my world.
We don't do this for the love of fame. We don't do it for the love of money. We gain nothing from it. And I've told you many a times, guys, I lose more friends.
X22 report. Go and check it out.
I lose more money because people won't buy from me because they're too scared of what I'm saying, or they think I'm a crackpot, so they won't buy a crystal from me. So
people think I'm a bit of a lunatic, don't they? But there you go.
Why do I do it? I do it for my children. I do it for you. I don't want to see anybody. I have seen people over 16 years who have had these injections, and I've seen. I can't talk about it because it's too distraught. It's horrific. Don't no doctor tell me that this is safe. No Bill Gates can.
See, people will go on about stuff because a doctor or a nurse said, but when you're getting people talking from experience of what they've seen and that they've had to treat people with something, you can't always listen to mainstream media.
Tell me that a vaccine is safe. Not a bloody chance. Not a chance. You couldn't convince me if you tried. And do you know why? Because your statistics tell me, and my experience of seeing vaccine damage tells me.
That's why I've been saying, Deanie, we have to see the truth so it never happens again. There's too many people out there who think there's nothing going on, or there's a little bit going on, but that ain't going on because that's a bit medieval. Well, sorry, you have to see the dark to know that we want to be for the light, to know that we don't want that ever to happen again. I mean, if it's being brushed under the carpet, you ain't going to see it. Well, we're lifting that carpet up and we're sweeping that shit out. And sweeping it off this realm, basically. Like, yeah, we've pulled you out from under that rug. See ya. But like I said, it's all to do with how we're going to heal after this. Who are the people you're going to be, who are going to be there to help you through it when you're still feeling a bit, because it is hard, and it's hard for everybody. I choose to take myself into a different state of consciousness or look at other things or whatever, because I'm not consenting to that. I'm not consenting to it meaning, I know that stuff's gone on, but I'm not consenting to constantly being in fear, so you bow down. So it's easy for them to control us.
Experience. You can't change my mind from
Yeah, and I always think it's medieval. That's why the media is called media. It sounds a bit like medieval media. Just saying.
Bill Gates. And you certainly can't stick a vaccine into me ever after what I've seen, and especially.
I mean, people don't even know there's been fetuses in Coca-Cola. Was it Coca-Cola, Pepsi, or whatever? This is what I said. They went for mind, body, and spirit. Well, the last body. I say mind, body, and spirit. The last one's spirit. In it, well, I say mind. It's a spiritual war. They've done that. You only have to listen to, Behold a Pale Horse. You know what I mean? And people go, oh my God. Well, yeah, it is a bit, oh my God, what's been going on. But at the end of the day, if we can't see it, we are not aware of it. If we're not aware of it, we can't do anything about it. This is why things are changing.
A vaccine that's never been tested.
I mean, they've said in the UK that they're going to take family members away if they think you might have the virus. Well, they're not doing it because I ain't seen no one doing it. And if they're putting it out on mainstream media or any form of something on mainstream media, they are lying. They've said it over here. It is utter bullshit.
And even if it was tested, I guarantee you, Mr. Gates, that this is going to cause long-term effect and illness on people.
And always the dark attracted to the light as well.
So there's many of us. Robert F. Kennedy, that beautiful
Robert F. Kennedy.
He is fighting.
Listen to this. The Kennedy family.
Vaccine has never been tested. And even if it was tested, I guarantee you, Mr. Gates, that
So maybe everyone should go and listen to Robert Kennedy and see what he's saying about people who don't believe in what the vaccines are.
It's going to cause long-term effect and illness on people.
Go on the Kennedys.
There's many of us. Robert F. Kennedy, that beautiful family of the Kennedys, he is fighting tooth and nail now.
This is what I mean, Sue. People don't know. We come across and they all go, oh, it's mad. But when you actually go researching yourself, I'm not saying anything. It's up to people to research. You find things out and you go, oh, okay. But how do we stop it? You have to know about it. You don't have to fully go into it. But you have to be aware, because we can't do anything about it if we don't know about it.
He has just lost 2 members of his family, and he is still fighting for the justice.
Because apparently 2 of the Kennedys have been, I think they died in an accident, whether that's whatever. But the point is, he's still fighting. Them Kennedys have always been fighting. JFK Jr., his dad, he's still fighting. He's fighting against
Fighting for your freedom of choice.
They always were the Kennedys.
We have to support these people. We have to support the ones that are fighting on our behalf. And I support anybody, whoever you are. If you support your right to have and not have a vaccine, you're in my heart. And
because that's the thing, you should have a choice. They don't give us a choice to say, oh, we're going to run around sticking it in your arm. No, they're not. Trying to fear you, to get angry. But we should have choice for everything. To say yes or no. Yes or no. Yeah, I want it. That is your choice. No, I don't. We're going to chuck you in prison if you don't. Well, I don't want it. We never had so many vaccines when I was younger, and neither did the people before. We have our own immune system. All they do that is to break your immune system down. I'm not saying things don't help, but to be telling people you have to have it or you'll be arrested or get chucked in prison, that's a bit like, all right. That doesn't sound right, does it?
Good for you. Good for you. So today's a great day to be able to share a little bit of information.
Yeah, there was that sweet Robert Kennedy, but it was his daughter, but she worked for Bill. That's why I'm saying that there's nefarious something behind it. Or did she know? And that's why what happened, because apparently it was a canoe accident or something. So that's nefarious anyway and weird, whatever's gone on there.
Information of what's happening right now. I'm going to share only one link underneath here, and
And guess what this link is he's going to share? The one that's gone around the world and millions are watching it, and it only went out a couple of days ago.
You to watch it if you feel strong
Hi,
enough.
Christina.
If you don't, let it be. Don't bother. Just have a good day. But when you're feeling strong, go to this link and click on it. It's called Out of the Shadows. If you don't click on the link, then just simply go to YouTube and click on it. It was uploaded 2 days ago. Out of the shadows, everything within that should either confirm or wake you up to the fact that the world is not what you think it is, and that we are run by a certain cult who are controlling the world and the narrative.
Mainstream media. Mainstream mafia media.
Very, very, very professionally.
Hi, Brandon.
You can't fake truth. You can't fake truth. So the 3 people or 4 people who are talking on this documentary, you can't fake it. You know it. So they've got a journalist, absolutely amazing lady. She's my hero.
Out of the shadows.
You've got a director.
And the woman that's in the series is, if you don't know, is Liz Croken. Now, Liz Croken knew a lot of stuff because she was a proper, real journalist who knew shit. A lot of people won't know this, but she was, and she's been doing a lot of stuff for ages, and she's on YouTube and all over Twitter and everything. But yeah, thank you.
My hero.
When you do your
2
research.
Stuntmen who worked in Hollywood at the highest level. My heroes. And
please go and watch the documentary everyone's watching, Out of the Shadows.
I think there's a guy talking all the way through it, or a woman, but it's ultimately all true. It talks about Pizzagate, which was absolutely 100% real and still is continuing that way, blatantly, right in front of everybody's eyes. Everybody knows it, but because the powers that be are satanic, they are in control of all that. That's why you'll never see the word satanic. You will never hear these 3 letters.
Because they're hidden.
SRA, never, because the mainstream media will never show it you, and it's an
if you say no to the shot, then either they're not going to kill you because they're not doing it. That's what they're pumping out on mainstream media. Like I said, don't get too into it and just wait and see, because they're not giving it to anyone at the minute. Bill Gates has probably got a tag on his leg. Do you know what I mean?
Every level of government, of politics, of lords, ladies, and it goes up and up, and it's so profound to watch. You will have a new and different perspective.
Yeah, but I can see it in chat, and I'm just saying, you're all right now. None of that's happening right now. You know what I mean?
What's really happening, and of Hollywood and everything else.
The world's waking up to Bill Gates, so it doesn't matter what they say, people will rise. People are rising.
It's all connected, everything. You're strong enough to watch it because you're watching this now. You're brave enough, and I ask you to have an open mind and just watch it till the end. Give me your thoughts. If you need any other information thereafter and you want to think, you know what, I think I want to research this a little bit more and see if it's real, come back to me and I'll share some links of people.
Exactly. Fear porn, read vaccines, test, etc. They're fed on fear, definitely. Don't be scared, we are legion. Exactly.
Who have gone through the abuse. Interviews where the abusers have been, the ones who have been abused are giving live and,
yeah, Dr. Evil.
I think you should go to Sean Atwood. I think he just made a video a couple of days ago. So you go to Sean Atwood, and then scroll down, and I think it's maybe the first or second one. And there is a guy on there, I don't know if he's Spanish or not, but he's got a kind of Spanish-Englishy twang.
Brick Girl is back on YouTube. Oh, is she good? Is she back on YouTube? Good.
When he speaks. Now, he is basically somebody who spent quite a lot of his life trying to expose
Sean Atwood.
SRA. Okay, watch that. I have a few stories about it.
You're only letting them control you when you choose to let them control you. You know?
Through my clients who came to me from Hollywood, directors from Hollywood with big movies. I had a lot of clients at one point in my life where it's funny because when one Hollywood star comes, lots of others, so there's circles amongst circles. And then from there, I started to understand what was really happening. That was 16 years ago. Why I've never really talked about them is because it's too much. It was too much many years ago, even for anybody, because like people weren't awake at all.
And that's why I believe there's a massive change now, because more people are awake than they were, like you're saying, 16 years ago. People are realising, you know, you shouldn't let it stop you from being happy, because that's what they want you to do. They don't want you to be happy. They want you to be ground in the ground because you're easier to control.
Feeded certain things because I knew it wasn't the time. The reason why my videos have slightly changed is because I know that we are at the pinnacle of either darkness or light. And that's why I'm stepping up and being a little bit more forthcoming with my truth. And I'm hoping that over the 2 years that you've watched me and heard my voice and listened to me and know me as Mark by Eargh, Mark, the guy who wears silly tops, who talks stupid.
International Tribunal for Natural Justice is good channel too. Thank you. There's some tribunals coming.
Most of the time, but you know what? He has some nice stories and he's fairly genuine. A lot of you know that I care for you. I don't even know who you are, half of you, but I send you gifts because I love.
And I'm not going to play all that. You can watch Mark Bajinski's thoughts and perception on it. But like he just said, he doesn't know who you are all out there on YouTube. Neither do I. I know I've met a couple of you. A lot of you have been in my chat a long time, but we care. I care for people I don't even know. Maybe a bit too much. And I just mean in that sense of, you know, we're all one anyway. So why wouldn't we care for one another? But that same thing again, you need to be in a positive mindset, to be in a healthy mindset, no matter what. You need to go in with yourself and be strong in heart and mind. Be aware of what's going on. Don't just feed into, don't even listen to me, but just don't feed into everything you see and hear. You can drop things and take things and move on and flow, which is what I do. I'll think something one time, I'll be like, I don't know, not seeing that, I'll move forward. Oh, I'm definitely seeing that happening because I know that's true. Ooh, how are we going? Yeah, it's a labyrinth, the Goblin King, yep, and I have said that, Violet, haven't I? You have no power over me. That was the one thing she had to remember. That's why people laugh when I go on about films, because I watch them, and I was saying to someone the other day, oh my God, I can see like everything in the film, and they're like, I bet you can't sit and relax and watch a film. I can, but I know when I want to do a rerun about it and what message is actually in it, I can see the messages because I'm a visual. I can see it visually. I don't even have, but no, I can enjoy my films, even with some of the people that are in it. Because there is stuff in it, but all the films are the same. They come from creative. When you're creative, no matter if you're on the good or the bad side, I've said this before, those creative films or whatever music still coming from source. There's still a message in it all, even if they don't know it, bad or good. She turned around and said, the Goblin King, they tried to distract her all the way through the labyrinth. It was a labyrinth. Well, isn't that life? Which road you're going to take? And then hopefully you learn by it. Like the books you get. I've said this before, them hero books where it was one book in two. Yeah, Red and the Green Apple. Or you start reading the book and you go that way, and you might die on one part. And then you go, oh, I'm going to read it the other way. I'm going to take a different path and see what happens if I didn't do this, this, and this. Well, that's what life's about anyway. But at the end, the main thing she said at the end to the Goblin King, after trying to distract her and trying to make her forget, stay in that realm of like brainwashing. She said at the end, yeah, choose your own adventure. And you have choice. Exactly, you have choice. You have no power over me. Then the illusion fell down. Well, the illusion is mainstream media. That's why Trump always said fake news. That's what Q is one of the biggest things Q's going for, as well as all the other stuff, because the basic thing of Q at the bottom of the map is human rights abuse. Anyone clicking onto that, is it making sense? That's the biggest thing that they're going for, human rights abuse. Not just the kids, us. We've all been abused because we've all been brainwashed. We've not had that choice for many years, and people say, well, that's the way it's been. Yeah, well, we're not consenting to it no more. We're not having it. There's a rebellion, there's a legion, there's an uprise, there's a consciousness that's rising all over if you're tuning into the right places. I'm going to go now because I don't even know what I was going to waffle on about, but what I will say is don't get caught up in too much of the news, even if it's alternative. Take a higher perspective and look down and just chill out a little bit while we're in these times. Really have a think and but more of a feel what is going on. Talking to other people. Take time out. Tomorrow, switch it off maybe. One day is not gonna, it's still there when you switch it on. Get out in the sun, go for a walk, draw, paint, read a book. Go and read a book all day. Do some knitting. Do something you enjoy, because that's the biggest thing they don't want you doing is anything. They want you all sat in fear in this time. I don't consent. I ain't consenting. I've been creating all day, every day. I'm not consenting. I'm not going to sit in front of that black box crying in a tissue. Yes, there's some shit going on, but I ain't consenting. Thank you, SpaceX. I'm only talking how I feel at the end of the day. So, yeah, I don't even know what I came on for. Liberation Earth. Liberation People. I don't even know what I entitled this. What do I entitle? Liberation Earth. Liberation Soul Self. Just liberate yourself. Be aware, yes, but don't get caught up in it all. Don't go too many go down rabbit holes, but just don't stay there, because it ain't gonna do you no good. Fantasia Reserve, yeah, I love that film. Yeah, Never Ending Story. I'm gonna have to sing it. Let me find that song. Yeah, exactly. And what was the thing? The nothingness, and everyone got in fear, but the only way they brought it back was to believe. So believe in the good, because it's there. We're all doing it now in chat. Look at all the beautiful souls in chat, whether you're on the same wavelength or not, it doesn't matter. Yeah, that song's mega. I'm sure actually Roxanne went to sing it. I'm sure they went to sing it live the other day and it didn't come on or something. Something like that. Let me just go through this a minute before I go. Oh, and I pulled some cards out before I go, and then I'm going. I don't even know what I'm doing. Never ending story. But please tune into yourself. Oh, that's wrong. Never ending story. Never ending story. By JP. Now, I can't remember the tune, but I'll try. Where is it? Turn around, look at what you see in her face, the mirror of your dreams. Make believe I'm everywhere. That reminds me of Source. Giving in the light, written on the pages, is the answer to a never-ending story. And then it goes, reach the stars, fly a fantasy, dream. This is where I've lost it now. Dream a dream. And what you see will be. What you see will be. So what you focus on. Rhythms that keep their secrets will unfold behind the clouds, and where upon a rainbow is the answer to a never-ending story. think of the rainbow, I think of chakras and the things that you go through life. A lot of rainbows around at the minute. Listen. Show no fear, for she may fade away. In your hand, the birth of a new day. Ravens that keep their secrets will unfold behind the clouds. And there upon a rainbow is the answer to a never-ending story. Anyway, love that song. Never-ending story. There's always a rainbow. It's a cycle of life. In the never-ending story, I think it was Fantasia. You've got to believe. If you're not going to believe something good's coming in, as I keep saying, you might as well give up now. What's the point? Take your spirit down. That's what they want to do. Well, if your spirit goes and you have no fight in your belly, and this isn't about fighting, this isn't about civil war there. That's what they want to push. This is, let's just say Jesus wasn't like that, was he? He didn't get dead angry. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, I'm not religious, but I'm just saying, stand in your light. You've got to believe. Do you know what I mean? You've got to have faith. Yeah, we get mixed up with words with faith and what belief is. You just, that's the only way I can express it. If you don't, you might as well give up now. And if everyone felt like that because everyone was fear, that's how we fall and that's what they want to do. But if you just know there's something and there's good people by pigging looking in the chat now and many other chats elsewhere and people on the streets that are coming together, I mean, I can see it. You just took me back to my childhood. Well, that's brilliant. Childlike energy is massive. That film is, it's even in Stranger Things, you know. They had to have faith for all that. If your spirit dies, I mean, that's what they want. They want to kill your spirit off in fear. You're going to have no energy to, you know what I'm saying. Anyway, let me pull some cards out. We'll do some colours like the rainbow. Colours make you feel certain ways. Hi everyone who's just popped in. I'm not giving up. I ain't giving up. I ain't giving up no matter what happens. I ain't giving up. No one's taking my joy away from me. Whatever. No one is taking my light away from me. Because that's what they try and do. Yeah, I know I've said it before. You've got to search for the hero inside. Exactly, and people, search for the hero inside yourself. It's true. The hero's within you. We are the ones that are doing this. There is no saviour. Yeah, the saviour's within us. It's a part of us. We are a part of it. So therefore, yeah, exactly, Teresa. Brilliant. Always look for the silver lining. As if you don't. You know, what's the point? I know there's people feeling very lost, but you know, there's people out there helping everywhere. Stick to the good channels. Stick to the ones that are making you vibrate in a higher vibration. The rest of it doesn't matter. Yeah, pull some cards. Let's see what the cards say. My higher self. Oh, one's just flipped over and and it's blue. Protect yourself, and it's the sun, by the way. The sun. Protect yourself, 36, protect yourself. You need to protect yourself from the fear-mongering shite out there. You need to protect yourself from people's energies. Protect yourself is looking after yourself as well. Yeah, search for the secrets you hide. I know, yeah. Beautiful. But like I said, I don't even know if anything's made sense. I get triggered, but it's good that I get triggered. But that's just me. Oh, hang on. Why are they not the right way? There's a super bright star in the sky tonight. Is that lovely Venus? Feminine energy bringing that love in. Oh yeah, it's been there for a while. See what I mean? Something going on with them stars above. And when there's something going on with the stars above, there's something going on below. Feminine divine energy coming in. Trying to bring the love to people. Fear-mongering shite, that's what I say, yeah. If the stars are shining bright and the weather's been beautiful, there's something beautiful going on. That's all I'm saying. Chemtrails, not so much now. Clearer skies, clearer waters, dolphins and whales coming into places that they weren't before. Something's going on. Something like a phenomenon. And it ain't, do you remember that song? And it ain't, it's not looking bad to me. The only thing that's looking bad is what mainstream media say is happening. What a crock of shite. Anyway. But like I said, who knows? We know nothing. But we feel. I'm still smiling. Whatever. So. I don't even know what I'm doing on YouTube. What am I doing? Gotta laugh at yourself. What? Because if you don't laugh, you'll cry, so I'd rather laugh. Yeah, we normally do 3 cards. I'm just waiting. They're just like, yeah, we're not jumping out of this deck. Or maybe I need to pick another deck. Right, no. I'll pick another deck. They are like, no, I don't think so. Right, we'll pick The Universe Has Your Back. Stag, Trust and Thrive. Yeah, exactly. Trust and thrive. You only have to look back in time. There's always a revolution. This one's of the minds. Yeah. You made me feel better than I did when I first came on. Thank you. Thank you, Teresa. That's all I wanted to do. Even though, you know, whatever. But good. And if you're too much in the media, have a day off tomorrow. One day is not gonna, you know, that'll probably be the day when everything hits. Thank you, Maggie. Oh, thank you, Ollie. Therefore, I'm doing something. Even if it's just a little something. Recording my redemption of the Beatles. Ah, the Beatles song. Good. These cards are like, yeah, not today. Oh, and then she spoke. And then 2 cards came out of, oh, yeah, well, through prayer and meditation, I create a ripple effect. Creating a ripple effect on peace in the world. You are the ripple effect. You pump out them vibes, prayer, thought, meditation, intentions, and you will send a ripple out that affects a peace in the world. That's what's happening. Peace within you will have a ripple effect on the peace of other people out there. Because you're not all like this. If you're like this, they're all like that. So you need to go in and find peace within yourself. I am spirit having a human experience. I am here to get closer to love. That's what we're all doing. And that's one thing they didn't want you to do. And there's a little rainbow. And there's the third eye, but the eye of like, see the light? When you go within, the rainbow colours, your chakras, bringing them into alignment. What you focus on. Your third eye is your third eye within. That's where you see things and know things from within. I am a spirit. I am a spirit having a human experience. You are. This is what's coming in more and more. So, yay. Yay. Right, I'll pull one out of the light and then I'm going. I've been on for 10,000 hours again. Right. So thanks for all coming in. And I just hope, you know, everyone was feeling a bit tetchy before, has just come down in a bit of calming energy, because that's what you need. You know, everyone feels a bit cuckoo at the minute with what's going on, and obviously some people are not used to being cooped up in the house with family members and all that. I've been cooked up in the house for 5 years, so it ain't affected me. But I know it's affecting a lot of people. That depends if you're someone who can be with yourself as well at the end of the day. Do you like what you're seeing about yourself? And if not, change it. It's a choice. 2.5 hours. Yeah, that'd be about right with me. I don't think I'd ever be like, I'm just coming on for half an hour. Turns into like 10 years. But when you're in the flow, you can't time anything though, can you? I can't be like, I'm going to set it to a timer of half an hour. It just wouldn't happen. Because it just wouldn't, is it? No. Same here, darling. I've played the hermit card. We've all been a hermit. We've all lost friends. We've all been a, yeah. Oh, the card is. You ready? Dance with life. Do something to change your energy. Boom. Do something to change your energy. You're looking at too much crap, switch it off. Dance. Like I said before, go and do something. Draw. Just take yourself away and go and create and go and do something that you enjoy doing. Because that stuff of looking too much is not doing a lot of people good. It's a waiting game. We are all waiting. What to do while you're waiting? Just go and do what you love to do. So, where we go one, we go all. I do love you all, you know, even when I get triggered, but I'm trying to put a message across. It is so difficult sometimes. But I just love the fact that I'm seeing people wake up, and I just feel like I need to be here in this time of why people are waking up. You know, I just do. So please remember to just stay in the eye of the storm, because I don't think the storm's properly hit yet. If you think this is bad, in the eye of the storm, and just focus on something good at the minute. There's good everywhere, and take a bird's eye view of everything at the minute. Thank you. What's the word? You're just looking at mirrors and stuff at the minute, and you're looking at the opposites of other things, and the projection that's being projected out. It's a big like movie sort of thing. All you need to do at the minute is observe. It's observation. All you need to do at the minute, just observing at what's going on, whether you're looking at mainstream. But if you're looking at mainstream, just before I go, opposites, we're looking at opposites. If you're looking at mainstream, what's the opposite to mainstream? Alternative media, YouTube or whatever, but not mainstream on YouTube, alternative places. So go and have a look at that. If you're thinking too much of the bad, then you need to go and look at something that's good, because you can't see the full picture if you're not looking at both of the opposite things, because then it helps you get a bigger picture of, hang on a minute, they've just been saying that there, but there's loads of people on the internet who are saying this, and actually when I've just started, just for example, researching, oh, well, I didn't know that was going on, or vice versa. Look what they've been, yeah. That's how you learn what's going on, not just off one thing, because if you're just stuck in one thing, you ain't going to see the other thing. If you're watching BBC One, not that we watch TV, you're tuned into it. Yeah, in versions, exactly. But if someone else is watching ITV3 and they're going, oh, have you seen this? You're going, no, because you're on Channel 1. But you might just have to go and have a look at it just to go, oh, okay. So just saying, hi, Michael. So anyway, I'm going now because I don't even know what I've just said. Anyway. So anyway, like I say, keep holding the light. Look for the silver lining, because there is one everywhere. We've asked for change. Change is right in front of our face, but it looks pretty scary at the minute. Change always does. Change always does. Orbs to you, darling. Yeah. What day is it? Monday. So let's just see how this week goes. And then at the end of this week, we'll see how next week goes. But you've got to remember, tune into yourself. Are you all feeling okay right now? You've got food. You've got a house. You've got a bed to sleep in. You've got running water, because remember, some people don't. You got your toilet roll in, because that's back in our shops full force. You know, you just maybe not got the sort of, what's it called? Luxuries. And luxuries are just luxuries. Some people don't have luxuries. Yeah, a day at a time. Step by step, baby. So anyway, I'm going because I'm waffling. And yeah. So remember, just please do something tomorrow that you enjoy doing. Please do something that you enjoy doing. Yeah, if you enjoy going for a walk, get out. You're allowed to exercise no matter what anyone's saying. That is what it says in the guidance. You're allowed to. Don't listen to the bull crap. Just do something you love. If you need to rest and you're feeling crap, rest. Your body's telling you to rest. But one thing you could do is maybe just have a whole day without looking at anything. How hard will that be? Because everyone's nosy. So, yeah, where we go one, we go all. I love you all, and I'll see you soon. Bye.